Yo, it's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. You know what I'm saying? What's up with y'all? Word. But yeah, man, y'all already know what it is, man. Shout to Range Roll, shout to, you know, Iceman, shout to Bra. Bra said yesterday was an amazing game. I mean, it showed that we could play defense, you know what I'm saying? But I want to see more from Egor. I was disappointed, bro. You had 5 points and 1 assist in the first quarter, and then you ended up with 8 points and 2 assists at the end of the game. Nah, I need to see more consistency to that. I'm always going to put you in a conversation between players 1 through 7 because I've said the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to get the same amount of minutes as the players 1 through 7 drafted before you, Egor. That's not true. Cooper Flag, VJ, Ace Bailey, you might get around the same minutes than him. Con Knapp will get more minutes than you. That's 3 out of 4 players that get more minutes than you. I think Con Knapp will in the starting lineup. Trey Johnson, I don't know. But case in point is I thought you was going to get more minutes. I know Jeremiah Fair's getting more minutes than you for sure. You know what I'm saying? So I just fell away, you know what I mean? I want to see more production from Egor. I think he is a talented player, but I think they got him coming along slowly, for lack of better words. You know, show me Drake Powell and Egor start tomorrow. I need to see that. As a fan, give me that. That's all we got. All we got is lineups. We're not going to depend on the win. We're not going to be happy if we get the win. We already know we ain't going to get the win. Give us something. Can you get the fans Drake Powell and Egor on the starting lineup? Can you give us that? Can we get that? Like, the fans don't get nothing we want. Y'all just do whatever with the team. Can we get Danny Wolf in the game? Can we get him on a pick and roll with Egor? Can we see it, not a triangle offense, but at least see them run plays together, whether it be Drake Powell setting the screen, then going downhill, looking for the pass to get past the defense from Danny Wolf while Danny Wolf at the 3-point line, or the pick and roll between Egor and Drake Powell. Show me something. You know what I'm saying? Mix it up. Show me some plays between them. I know Jordy got some X's and O's that he drawn up. You know what I'm saying? Showing us how they could play together on the same team. They had to draft these players to say these players work not just individually, but as teammates. You had to think that Drake and Egor would be a good combination together. I mean, you got a big guard at 6'8". You got Drake Powell known for his defensive prowess. We're going to see what's up, man. Get the fans that. Give us that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody not even going for the win. Everybody just focused on the draft. That shit is tough to do. We almost 10 games. We had a little more than 10 games in. This shit tough. This shit ain't, you know what I'm saying? This shit not easy. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Now listen, I'll tell you for how I see it. Danny Wolf should get like 20, 25 minutes. Egor, Drake Powell should get like 20, 25 minutes. And that's it, man. Terrence Mann and TJ Martin, and they shouldn't be getting more minutes than Drake Powell or Egor or Danny Wolf, man. It's like that, man. Sit them on the bench. Word, man. They don't need to be getting no more minutes. Show us the rookies together. Show us them playing on the same team. You know what I'm saying? Show us that. We need to see that. It's facts. But yeah, man. You know. For entertainment only. What else in it? So will Wolf play? Yeah, I think he plays. To answer that question, I think he plays. I think he fit in the rotation. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you don't want to go away from Clowney because you don't want him to become inconsistent. You want to keep going to him for the work that he put in. So you don't want to take away his minutes. But Wolf could take minutes away from Terrence Mann, excuse me, and take minutes away from TJ Martin. Tyrese Martin. He could take minutes away from you know what I'm saying? There's plays Danny Wolf could take minutes away from. It don't have to be Noah Clowney. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Subscribe to Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. You know what I'm saying? Word. Shout out to Jamal in the chat. So y'all know what it is, man. Danny Wolf should play, man. He should play. Give him like 20, 25 minutes. And this last thing, you know what I'm saying? Before you know what I mean, open up the panel, is this thing with Pat Bev. Word. So let's run. Let's see. It said ex-NBA guard Patrick Beverly arrested on felony assault charges. Former NBA guard Patrick Beverly was arrested and charged with felony assault with police in Texas for a family violence incident. Beverly, 37, was arrested early Friday at home in Rosh Hashanah. The Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office said Bell set at 40,000. Via social media, Beverly asks that people don't believe everything you see on the internet. Patrick Beverly has no criminal record. He cares deeply about his little sister and a young lady, a minor, given that when he unexpectedly found her alone in the home with an 18-year-old man in the middle of the night, he was understandably concerned, as any brother would be about his sister. However, we don't believe what followed happened the way it's been described. Is that the whole quote? And we look forward to the opportunity to address that in court. Now, his legal team is going to fight this, and they're going to win. You know, just the whole thing of the minor and the sister and all of that, you know what I'm saying? That matter, you know what I mean? They're going to take that serious, and they're going to side with Pat Beverly. Like, yo, he shouldn't have been there in the first place. You was alone. You was on the defense out of your family. That should, you know what I'm saying? So you did what you did because you had the right to do it. Now I'm saying, let alone it was in your home or a resident that was your sister home or your home. Now I'm saying, I think that since he ain't got no prior record, I think a good lawyer get that off his jacket, get that stain off Patrick Beverly jacket. He should have did what he did. You know what I'm saying? Should have did what he did. All right, you gotta defend your family. You feel what I'm saying? You next. You don't defend your family, you next. So you best to defend your family. Know that. So I think that's what Patrick Beverly did. So it is what it is. Shout to Coach Bele. Shout to Down Under Dunker. Shout to Bill Johnson. Shout to Tell. Shout to Podthorn. Shout to, you know what I'm saying? Shout to the whole chat, man. I pretty much got through the title, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start calling the ISO, get through the title, then throw the link in the chat. But yeah, y'all already know how I feel about Egor and Drake Powell. I know how I feel about, you know what I'm saying, Wolf. I already spoke on that. And yeah, the whole thing with Pat Bev, man, it is what it is. You gotta respect and protect your family. Gotta respect and protect your family. All right. Oh man. Oh yeah. And what I think about tomorrow game. I think that Drake Powell and Egor should start for one. We should see Wolf, and I expect them to play well. The Wizards is a young team. Hypothetically, both of the teams are the T word. I'm not going to say it, for entertainment only. But case in point is, it should be interesting. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to be a fast-paced game. And players like Drake Powell should benefit off the fast break. You seen Jay from BK told Drake Powell, yo, please put somebody through the rim. If Drake Powell catch an alley oop from Danny Wolf on some, that shit gonna be tough. Watch. I'm just saying, man. I think Wolf and Drake Powell on the floor for the Brooklyn Nets at the same time is dangerous for any defense. They'll have a hard time. Got Danny Wolf confident to take the three. He'll shoot the corner three. He'll do what Jokic do with Aaron Gordon, but he's Drake Powell. He's not Aaron Gordon. But he do that same play where Wolf is inside the three-point line around between the foul line and the key, looking for a shot or looking for a player. If he see Drake Powell, man, cheating towards him for the double because he trying to go left, he could kick it to Drake Powell for three. Or if he see the defense trying to come over and double him for the steal, Drake Powell could tread the baseline for the dunk. Easy too. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But yeah, man. Nets fans, the best fans. I'm chilling, man. What's up with y'all, man? What's the word? Y'all already know Nets fans is the best fans. Y'all already know. Listen, if Drake Powell and Egor could be a 1-2 punch, that'd be dope. Shout to Wupe in the chat. You know what I'm saying? If Drake Powell and Egor could run, they can run in the high screen. You know what I'm saying? I could see them running the high screen together. I could see them running the high pick and roll. The high pick and roll between Egor and Drake Powell makes sense. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, it should make sense both ways. Drake Powell what up, John? Drake Powell with the ball. You know what I'm saying? What up? He should be able to be the one that's rolling. And then coming around for the roll to the basket, and Drake, Egor, he could be cutting to the basket, or it could be the other way around where Egor is coming and where he could step back and he got that option for three because he like to shoot the three. So my thing is it could work both ways. But case in point, this offense for Egor and Drake Powell is not no. Oh, you really don't know what to do. No, we do know what to do. We do know what to do. We know exactly what to do. We know what to do. You put Drake Powell and Egor in a situation where they run at high pick and rolls above the three-point line, and Drake Powell above the three-point line could put pressure on the rim. He that fast and shifty, in my opinion. He could get to the rim, you know what I'm saying? Or he could get to the midi. Now, that being said, Egor, if Egor man come over and try to cheat on defense, then Drake Powell could kick it out for three to Egor right there. They can run an offense offense above the 3-point line. And this is, I always talk about inside the 3-point line. But I'm saying with Egor and Drake Powell, you could run offense above the 3-point line. So I want to see them start them to tomorrow night for sure. What up, though, John? How you feel about that?
Breeze, I've been saying for a week and a half now, I think it's time for Jordy to take the training wheels off and let Drake Powell be the starting two. He's put in the work. He had the most bench points in one game. Yesterday, he had the best plus or minus on the team. He was guarding Desmond Bane and did a pretty great job against him. Like, we're seeing a lot of just positives with Drake Powell's defensive skill set, but even the little spurts of offense, it's like, wow, this guy's an athlete. He knows how to finish through contact. He's working on the three-point shot. Like, they need to make him a part more of the offensive schemes like you're talking about, because there is a lot of untapped potential with Drake Powell that we haven't seen yet, but he's definitely made a case to be the starting two, and Egor has been progressing. Even though yesterday's game wasn't his best, you saw him taking more offensive chances, which is what you want. You want these guys to not feel like they have to be reserved, they have to help the vets get their value up. It's about them and their futures. So it's good that both of them are finding their own little outlets here or there, but we want to see more of it for sure. So I think it would be a great opportunity against a tank team tomorrow for Egor and Powell to get their first, assignment as a duo together in the backcourt. It's just, will Jordy make that move? Because he's been stuck on this Terrence Mann stuff for a long time, and it's just through 10, 11 games, Terrence Mann's value isn't getting any better. So if you want to actually get Mann's value up, let him be a bench piece where he only has to play 15 to 20 minutes or something like that. Don't let him play 30 minutes as a starter when he doesn't fit what you're trying to build. So it'll be very interesting to see what the starting lineup is tomorrow if Jordy actually makes that adjustment. If not, it's just he's taking away more opportunities from a guy like Powell who's ready to take that next step. I know you said you want to see Danny Wolf. Unfortunately, I think he got sent back down to the G League. And until Dayron or Claxton, one of them gets moved, unfortunately, Wolf is just going to have to keep putting up double doubles to build his case because we all know Wolf is ready. We've seen it. It's just due to the depth chart we have right now with Claxton and Dayron, until one of them is traded, Wolf unfortunately has a blockade right now he has to get through. So hopefully sooner than later,
But
we'll
we
actually see
can't,
Wolf get play.
yeah, but we can't deny that the Claxton, and that's the thing. That's the main difference is that Claxton is scoring the ball. You feel what I'm saying? It's easy
Mm-hmm.
to implement Wolf in a situation where he in that mix with Clowney and PJ if Clax can't score the ball. But early this season, Clax been scoring the ball, and I think that's what really is the why is Wolf is in the G League. Because if Clax wasn't scoring the ball, if he wasn't playing as well as he is, I think Wolf would have got minutes by now for
No,
sure.
I agree. I agree with you, but I'm glad that Claxton is building up his value because you look at all the vets' values right now on this team; they're not all that good. The only guy's value who looks like it's good is Claxton because his free throws are the best of his career and the assist numbers are good. But everything else we've seen Claxton do in the past, he still can't do a mid range, still can't do a three, but he utilizes the guards around him to be more part of the offense. So his value is in a great spot for us. Where I know for a fact if Claxton keeps us up for the next month and a half, we probably could get a first round pick back from him at the deadline. But every other vet's values isn't great right now. And I agree with you that the Tyrese Martins, the Terrence Manns, the Jalen Wilson should be playing 20, 30 minutes a night over our rookies. And the sad thing is the last two exit interviews Jordy's had, he's had some really bad excuses. Oh, I didn't want to play Wolf because of Noah Clowney's experience. Clowney was starting. Wolf was a bench piece. So how does that make sense? And then the other game where he benched Egor in the closing quarters for Martin, he said, oh, Magic's a very physical team. I thought that was the best thing to do. How is Tyrese Martin physical to replace what Yegor's given you as a youngster? So I just Jordy's excuses the last two interviews have been really bad. Like, just embrace the rookies you have in front of you. Look what Powell and Yegor are doing. They're getting better because you're trusting them. Keep that going. Stop trying to reward vets whose values aren't getting better with more playing time. Like Jordy is still denying what's in front of him. Like he's giving in a little bit, like we wanted with Clowney starting, now with Egor starting and Powell hopefully soon. But Jordy
Yeah.
is still falling on his own trap because he wants to win so badly. And tomorrow's game against the Wizards in a tank-off game, what he does with who he puts in is really going to tell us if Jordy is the coach for us going
Yeah.
forward. Because he's a win coach, but I don't feel a developmental coach is what
Hold on.
his best strength is right now.
Yeah. Nah, I'm with you. I'm just trying to go around the panel. Shout
Mm.
to John. Shout to everything Brooklyn Nets John. Y'all can follow his content on X. That's the same handle. You know what I'm saying? Just look for that same handle. We also got, you know what I'm saying, Brooklyn LM and Notorious on the panel. So I just wanted to welcome them too, know what I mean? Shout to Brooklyn LM, man, to talk to us, man. Me and John agree about Drake Powell and you know, Drake Powell and Yegor starting. How you feel about that? And I wanted to also, it's like a two-part question. I wanted to ask you, you've been watching the Spurs, so they've been fitting Dylan Harper in the lineup with De'Aaron Fox because I heard Fox is back in the lineup.
Um, in terms of Drake Powell, yeah, I feel like he should be starting at this point. Um,
Facts.
doesn't do much to limit him, especially if you see the on ball. To me, what intrigues me about him is his on ball creation. Like he has a pull up mid range. He can do a fade from the post. Like he has a lot of untapped potential in terms of shot creation that
Facts.
that I want him to reach. I mean, you're not gonna get that by just holding the kid back. So I want him to start. You know what I'm saying? I think he has untapped potential as a scorer. not just as a defensive guy, but he has untapped potential in that scoring, um, and it would be great for him to use that to his advantage. Um, so I don't know. I think man starts.
Uh,
It is what it is at this point. I don't know if 40 will wake up and smell the coffee
Yo, brother
from
LM,
Drake.
bro. So Terrence Mann ain't do nothing that much for him to be starting over Drake Powell. Like,
He
I
got
uh,
this
be,
fetish where
they
he
be
wants to
trying to,
win, man.
they be trying to,
It's
but
just
I be
I
seeing what
don't
he
know.
be doing. Like they be trying to go to him like he on some ISO, like he Camp Thomas. He ain't Camp Thomas. But no,
yeah, nothing like
but,
it.
They just
but
go
yo,
he thinks that's gonna lead him to wins. Like he's just sick in the head. Like that's what I just think it is. Like of course no coach is gonna coach guys to lose. I'm not saying that, but realistically, you already know at this point we're 1-11. Like you should know what this season is about already. Just go out and play the young guys. Like that's what we
Exactly.
asking for at this point. In terms of Dylan Harper,
that's the
Dylan's
win. That's
out,
the
so
win
he
for
ain't
us.
playing yet. I think he's out with like an injured calf strain. So Dylan is out for I don't know how long, but he's definitely out. But De'Aaron Fox is definitely is back. He's been playing pretty good, even though he lost in the game last night. But um, he's been doing pretty good so far since he's been back in the lineup. And they above 500. So I mean, this is the best start for I think this Spurs team since I ain't gonna lie, since Tim Duncan retired. So I mean, you know, hopefully they keep it going. But yeah, I don't know. My frustrations with Horty just comes from not playing the young guys like Wolf. Time to bring Wolf up. He's
Uh,
wasting his time in the G League. Respectfully,
yep.
it's clear that he's leagues above what he's supposed to be. And that's because he is the oldest out of the kids. He's 21. Yes, he's still young, but he has more experience. I think you throw him out there, he should be fine and good to go.
Who the oldest?
Um,
Wolf.
Wolf.
Wolfpack.
So I mean, he should be fine in terms of on the court. Little does Horty know, Wolf can help him. Maybe not on the defensive end, which is probably why he's not going to play him. But in terms of play calling, in terms of him being a point center, uh, he can experiment with him and see what he can do with Wolf. But like I said, I don't know what Horty plan is. He just wants to win, which he definitely is going to try to do tomorrow.
Uh,
He's going to take whatever wins he can get, which we're playing right into the Wizards' hands with that. So
Man,
That,
it
that
is what
last
it
year,
is at
yo,
this point.
we
that
need
last game
CJ.
was
We
supposed to
need
be a
CJ
win.
to get 50 against us tomorrow, man. We need McCollum to get
hold on.
50, bro.
Hold on. I wanted to carry that conversation over to Notorious because I want to, you know what I'm saying? Jay on the panel too. Shout out to Jay. Subscribe to Jay. Me and Jay, we got a show called Stir the Pot that come on Thursday at 8 o'clock. Jay got a show that come on Tuesday at 9 o'clock on IG. Yeah, man, we out here. But
That
what I wanted the conversation I wanted to carry over is to Notorious from what Brooklyn LM said is the point center. How like does that make is that the Brooklyn Nets style of basketball? Because I ain't gonna hold you. A point center sound good for the Brooklyn Nets. You know what I'm saying? So like you could see that being part of our offense, Notorious, a point center. Like that's like a major part of our offense. You can see that.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, it can only be a positive when you got a center with that type of skill set. It opens up a lot of things for you on
Yep.
the floor. So, Jordy, he helped, with Joker's development and all of that when he was in Denver, and I think it can only be a positive, man. Like I said, I mean, not too many guys can do the type of things that Wolf can do on the offensive side, and it'll open a lot of things up for his teammates, and it will only make us a better team offensively for sure.
Yeah, what up though, man? How you feel about the title? The title Drake Powell and Egor starting.
Oh yeah, man, I've been on that train for
Yep.
sure. Yeah, they need to. Yeah, they need to be the backcourt, bro. They need to be the backcourt for right now. They should be starting. I'm totally agree with everything that Ella and John said. I mean, Terrence, man, bro, is and you right, Breezy. It's kind of like he trying to he trying to mimic, he trying to take over Cam Thomas role, and he can't because he
That's
ain't.
nasty.
Yeah, because he ain't really got that
Yo,
offensive
Notorious.
court.
Well, hold on, Notorious. Let's slow it. Yo, but but exactly, Notorious. Let's slow it down right there because everybody made it seem like Cam Thomas is a plug and play player. And now you put Terrence Manning at the 2 guard and see him get them same ISO situations. It's different. And
Right,
it's not
exactly.
the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So,
but that's my thing. Everybody complaining about, the ball is not is moving with Cam on the floor. I beg to differ. I think the ball is moving with Cam on the floor. We look the same, except that Terrence Mann is trying to mimic what Cam is doing. They go to Terrence Mann for a bucket. When they done playing hot potato and can't get enough space to get their own shit off, and then Terrence Mann is just out there fucking winging shit because he ain't really got no bag like that. But I mean, it
Either
is.
that or MPJ just throwing shit up.
Oh yeah,
minus
that
20
too.
last
That
night.
too. Ellen, I'm
MPJ,
glad. That's a fact.
MPJ do what y'all be saying can be doing, man.
But
talk to him, Jay.
MPJ been throwing shit up since Cam was here, but he even doing it more now since Cam is out because I guess he feel like he got to up the scoring a little bit because Cam is
Right,
not
but
here.
no,
But that
Notorious.
nigga
It's
be
not
chucking them shits
no,
though, shooting air
Notorious.
balls and shit, hitting the side of the rim. He be
Yeah, he be
chucking them shits.
Yo,
Notorious. What
MP
I'm saying is,
Chucks. That should be his
what I'm
nickname,
saying is,
MP Chucks.
listen, Notorious. What I'm trying to tell you, I was agreeing with Jay is y'all saying that he doing what Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas, he's going to dribble the ball. Y'all say he dribble the air out the ball. No, he's shaking the defender. You know what I mean? You got to give him time. If y'all not going to set no screens, y'all ain't going to
But you
set
know
no
what's
pick.
so nasty?
You
They
know that.
saying that Cam Thomas is
MPJ
dribbling
don't
the
dribble
air
the
out the
ball.
ball, but
Yo,
Tyrese Martin and Terrence Mann is doing the same fucking thing.
no. But what I'm saying is MPJ is more of a catch and shoot player. He's
He
running
is.
one or
He
two
is.
dribbles and he putting it up. Even if it's a tough shot, he rely on the fact that he's taller than you and he is a good shooter. But it's like because he's such a good shooter, and this is why you gotta appreciate players like Kevin Durant that got that elusiveness and can put it on the floor. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man.
He used to be able to. I think the
MPJ,
injuries really
he is
messed
the
him
best
up.
scorer on
Oh
the
yeah,
team.
the injury took away his
The
dribble. This
injuries
guy
messed
can't
him up.
dribble.
He used
Because
like
of that
he was
back, how the
nice.
fuck
He was like that
He
coming
more
out of high
he
school,
more of
bro.
a catch and shoot type of guy.
No,
Yeah.
who's the second best player?
MPJ ain't trying to dribble too much. He trying to do 1 or 2 moves and then he trying to shoot.
Right.
But who's the
He
shot
can't
creator
dribble.
after MPJ? Let's go to Jay real quick. Jay, who's the shot creator after MPJ on his team?
shit. Depend on what night it is.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
it could be
A solid
there's
one though, a consistent one.
there's no definitive guy, I don't think.
See what
Like
I'm saying?
it's no
That's
definitive
it.
guy. It's either
Exactly.
it could be anybody, depending on who having a good night.
Mm-hmm. We seen this with Kenny Atkinson. I'm telling you, I've seen this player development with Karis LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie, Joe Harris, and Jared Allen. And more so, we're gonna see night to night. To Jay's point, between Spencer and Karis. Some nights Spencer will go off. Some nights Karis will have a better game. But we realized that Spencer was a better scorer than Karis. I realized that too in the player development. So there's good things to see. You feel what I'm saying? In the player development season. You know what I mean? I've been here before, and I'm saying I'm ready for this. You know what I mean? I ain't want to go through this, but I'm ready for it though. You know
Oh,
what I
after
mean?
this year, we're going back to winning, bro. Ain't no more tank crap, bro. After this year, it's all about winning, man. We burying this chapter, this bad chapter, this losing to lose.
Nah, yo, hold on. Devil's
Hopefully, but
advocate. He said, "Are we get?" Devil's advocate said, "New Jersey said, are we get?" New Jersey said, "Are we getting Austin Reeves?" Nope. We're not
Hell
getting
no,
Austin
man.
Reeves. We're not giving him the bag. There's no reason for us to invest in the free agent guard when we went in the draft and got all of these guards out of the draft. If we was going to do that, then that means it's kind of redundant of what we did in the draft. Now, nah, that's going the wrong way. No, to make this a short soliloquy. No, hell no.
They saying we looking good without CT in the comments, Breeze. What's
shit,
going on?
Where they said that at? Where they said that at?
Down under Dunker.
Nigga, they've been saying that. They've been saying
if
that
it was
on Ned's
MPJ
Twitter.
for Austin
Yeah,
Reeves,
he
I'd do
been
that in
hating
a
on
heartbeat.
CT.
Yo, we signed Austin Reeves. He putting up Jordan Poole numbers on this team. I kid you not. We see that guy $40 million. We put up Jordan Poole numbers, man. All stats, no substance.
Hold on.
That's a fact.
So hold on.
I take him over MPJ.
So hold on. So hold on. Let me ask y'all. Y'all don't really, or even the ones that want to tank and feel the way about Cam Thomas. Y'all really don't want to see Cam Thomas with whoever we draft, and that's the rebuild team, and then we go from there. Y'all want to do this without Cam Thomas? Y'all think y'all can do this without him?
The relationship
Bro,
between Cam and the organization is over, man.
I want to see Cam next to.
No
I would
minute.
like to see Cam next to AJ Darren or Boozer.
I
would love to see that.
I personally would.
Yes.
Breezy,
That's what I'm trying to say.
I personally would, but niggas on Twitter is creating this nasty narrative that since CT been out, the Nets have been playing better.
Where they at,
and more
man?
efficient.
Where
The
they at?
rookies have been
I
playing
don't
better.
see
That's
much
the
of a
only,
difference.
that's the only
for me.
difference I noticed, or the rookies are playing better without Cam. But the efficiency stuff, I don't buy that because nobody's efficiency numbers have gotten drastically better besides maybe Claxton's free throws.
Exactly.
That's about
Claxton's
it.
look different. Claxton's
Yeah.
look different.
Claxton look different,
MPJ,
but
MPJ is scoring more points, but his shooting percentage went down because he obviously got to shoot more since Cam is out. That's common sense.
All right. But
Clowney is scoring a little bit more points, but his shooting percentage is about the same. Clax looks totally different. I ain't gonna hold you. His numbers jumped the most.
You think so?
With
He was
CT
doing
out,
good
yeah.
with CT in the game too. He was doing good since the beginning of the year.
Nah. I'm gonna send y'all
Hold
niggas the analytics. Listen, I
Show
was
me.
arguing with a
No,
nigga
hold
about this
on.
on Twitter.
Listen. Hold on. Let me say this real quick, Notorious, and Cam Thomas difference. The main difference, in my opinion, a Clax point production is the free throws made. But go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I was arguing with Brooklyn Nets 85 about this shit. He was like, bro, the players are more proficient and efficient since Cam been out. I was like, nigga, show me the receipts. I don't believe that. And he sent me the joint with Cam Thomas. He sent me Michael Porter Jr., Noah Clowney's, and Claxton's numbers with and without Cam. And Claxton shit look significantly better, bro. I don't know if that's just a coincidence. I can
No,
see y'all niggas.
but look, just like
It's
John and Breeze just said, one of the biggest differences that I see is free throws made.
Right.
Like, and
We are getting
that's
free throw line a
the
lot more.
difference in the
Right.
point
Right.
percentage because he gets
Right.
like a few more points per game, but it's because he's
Right.
actually making free throws now.
Right. That's a difference. There's nothing different about efficiency. We have one of the worst efficient teams in the NBA. So I don't know who's feeding that buzzsaw narrative, but it's BS. That's a BS narrative that's being fed.
I feel what you're saying, Joey. But at the end of the day, there's nobody else running the pick and roll like Cam Thomas with Nick Claxton. Like just
can I just, hey Breeze, after you finish, can I just read the numbers for y'all?
No, hold on. Before you read the numbers, when I watch the games,
Send it
there's
to Breeze, see
nobody.
if he can put it on the screen.
Put it in the private chat. We're gonna put it on the screen. We're gonna break it all down.
All right, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you, NJ. On Twitter. I just sent it.
Right,
Yeah, just put it in a private chat. Then he gonna put it up on the screen so we all can see it.
They screenshots though. He screenshotted this shit. It's not a link.
Okay. That's so good.
Yeah.
You could throw the screenshot up. I think
you can.
I think so. Can you
in the private chat? I don't. Hold on.
You can't copy it and paste it.
Yeah.
All right, I just do that. I'm gonna do that. I got you. I got y'all.
But if not, then if you put it on
I got
Twitter,
you. I see what you're saying. I'm gonna copy the link right now. I got you. I'm about to put it in the chat right now for y'all. Okay. There you go. I just put it in there.
Pause.
Yo, this shit is like supper for me, you know.
Nah, I was gonna pause it
after lunch before
dinner.
These Cam Thomas debates is like supper for me, man. I love them.
Listen, I understand some people want to get rid of Cam, but if you want to get rid of Cam, give facts about why he doesn't fit the system. Don't say because he's out the team that we're better officially. The only thing that's different is the rookies are scoring more and contributing more. Like that's the only difference. Like from what I've seen, there isn't really no significant differences there without him, other than the fact that the rookies are playing better and Claxton's numbers are just getting better with free throws. That's about it.
When you say that when this look at this is not a stat. But remember, you heard Big Fan Breezy first say it. Look at the scoring droughts. And when we go on those scoring droughts, I want you to remember Cam Thomas.
That's a fact.
Just remember Cam Thomas. And look how long it takes for us to get out of the scoring drought, and look all of the things that we do to try to get out of the scoring drought.
That's what I was telling Brooklyn. That's 85. He was like, "Oh, the ball moving is so much better with Cam. Cam shouldn't play when he come back. He shouldn't get minutes." I'm like, bro, that ball movement don't mean nothing if you can't get a shot off. Like these niggas is out there playing hot potato with the basketball, getting shot clock violations because nobody can create space to get a shot off.
And that's on the front office for building a bad, unbalanced roster.
MPJ can't fucking create space either.
Oh, he can't dribble. If you've seen this guy in the interior, he literally can't dribble. Like
hey,
it's
Breeze, is
catch
the link
and shoot.
working,
That's
bro?
all he does. That's all he does.
I got it. I'm about to show it to you right now. Yeah, my thing is, again, in the NBA, as much as y'all, and I agree, pride yourself on defense, but bruh, you gotta score the ball. You gotta score the ball. Here we go.
Did it come up?
You see it?
Oh, it didn't come up. It didn't come up. Hold on. I thought I got the right.
It's right here, bro. I'm with it.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is. My bad. I didn't see. Look at the screenshots Brooklyn Nets 85 put up in there. Go down right there. Those are all of them right there.
Right.
He said with CT, without CT. It's MPJ.
Bro. Yeah. Okay, that's without Cam. Okay, yeah. Oh, that makes sense. You got to make up for the offense. Yeah, of course.
But look at Clowney's now.
Okay.
Clowney's wasn't a big jump, but he is scoring a little bit more points.
No. I want you to see something too. Okay. Look, this is 6 points, right? This is 6 points. That's 12. And this, we could give it 6 points. That's 18, right? CT averaged 24. So even with that, you feel what I'm saying?
Right. I feel you, but listen. We also got to look at the efficiency. Look at the shooting percentages too. That shows a big part of the, because niggas can score a lot of points, but if they not efficient, you can't sit here and say they proficient.
It's hard to be efficient with a bad, unbalanced roster. I mean, I think that's pretty obvious.
You can see that MPJ is more efficient with Cam on the floor, but however, he's scoring more points without him on the floor. You see?
Yeah, they're gonna go to him. He's the number one option for sure.
Now look at can you pull Claxton's up?
There's no clear number two without Cam Thomas.
But look at Claxton's numbers. His is the biggest.
Yeah, because when Cam Thomas is there, the clear number two is MPJ.
Thank goodness Claxton's raising his numbers up. We said he had to, and he is. So
click on Claxton joint, Breeze, when you get a chance.
Yeah,
his whole joint.
Hey yo,
his joint.
So, but yeah, at 6 points, he averaged one more. It's all pluses. You know what I'm saying? But and my thing is that's Jordy. You should be able to know how to play with Cam Thomas and these same players. Cam Thomas been there 4 years. It ain't like he's some new player or nothing like that. You know, you gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Is the TS the shooting percentage? What's TS?
The true shooting
percentage.
Yeah, but look at the difference. Claxton's at 72.6% without Cam and 58.6 with him.
Right, but
I mean, those are not bad in regardless. Like,
but you know what it is, Clax. I'll say this: without the free throws, Clax found offense and having the ball off a fake dribble handoff and get into the rim, or he'll roll and he'll do a Euro step. I see he added like a Euro step to his game, and he finished stronger. He's a stronger finisher than he was. So that
he is being more aggressive since CT been out, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, we have to get they gotta make up for the offense. What are they gonna do? They're not gonna. But that's what I'm saying. And
I feel like I saw that since the first game. Like since the first game, I feel like he's been more aggressive.
What I'm saying is, Breeze, he can try to be aggressive and he can fail. But the thing is, they're thriving. You feel me? So you can't really say that. Like, yeah, he could try to be aggressive if CT is out, but he's actually thriving doing it. That's the point.
Well, he had
Right?
to be aggressive after last year's mediocre
I
season. He
understand,
had
but
to
what
go
I'm
back to
saying
this.
is his numbers have gone up. Is it safe to say you could still be aggressive and shit the bed and not be playing well?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that can happen.
All
that's
right.
true. Like they gonna make this a point because this without Cam, which I mean, the numbers don't lie. If that's the case,
Nah,
then
numbers do lie.
not
Well,
in this case.
Clowney's numbers got up because he got the starting gig job. He was not a good bench piece whatsoever. Now being a starter, we're seeing everything we expected to see development wise. That's not because Cam's out of the team. It's because Clowney got an advanced role and he's thriving. That's all on
If
Clowney.
he
Yeah,
was,
I could give you that. I give you that
Yeah.
one.
Like why?
Pull up
Like why does it have to be on
Clowney's
Cam
numbers
Thomas?
is
This is
not
my
that
thing,
big of a
Joey.
difference. Pull up
Why do
Clowney's
people?
real quick.
Here's my thing, Joey. Why do people have to make it
Some
about
people
Cam
just want to
Thomas not
blame
being on the
everything
team
on
right
Cam.
now? Like that's the BS thing. Why are we taking away Clowney's getting better? The rookies getting better. Why does that have to be attached to Cam? Like some people are just looking for
The
narratives right
narrative
now.
is, and I don't agree with it, but the narrative is the team is playing together as a team without Cam Thomas, and when Cam is on the floor, he ISO balls and ices niggas out of the offense.
But
Again,
that's
That's the
that's
not
because the
narrative.
true.
styles don't fit.
Good.
That's just because the
But that's
styles don't
not
Hold
fit.
on.
true.
That's
Nah.
because the styles
Like
don't
from
fit.
people who actually
Listen.
watch the games, no, that's not
they
true.
saying they say
Look.
they playing
Cam never
Egor
gets
play
the
better without Cam too.
huh.
They was just they pulled up the same stat. Somebody in the chat
But
just
y'all
said
keep
Jago
saying
played
they.
better without Cam
Oh
too.
yeah,
Y'all keep
Diego, he
saying
did
they.
say
The
that. He
days
said
of
Diego
people who
play.
don't
Diego
fuck with
numbers
Cam
went up
Thomas.
too.
Bro.
Nigga said Diego numbers went up too. He didn't give me that one, but he did say that. He's like, yeah, Diego's numbers went up too since Cam been out.
Because
Well,
Yegor's being more confident in
Yegor
himself. Like
numbers
that's
will
on
go up
Yegor.
whether or not Cam Thomas is there because he's getting more minutes and more time to play the game.
Right.
Right.
Hold
Like
on.
this,
That's
Let's
on
hold on.
Yegor.
Let's call it what it is. He Cam Thomas obviously is going to take shot attempts away from other teammates because he's a better scorer. That's the obvious part. So stop making it. I don't want the narrative is they supposed to be better. No, they're taking more shots at the basket and they've been scoring the ball. It shows that this is how much offense you could get out of these players. And what I'm saying, that's a good thing. Even if y'all agree with that stat, and that's what's happening without Cam Thomas. Still look at what's happening quarter to quarter. Are we going on scoring droughts or no? Or am I just saying that to defend Cam Thomas? Look at that. Pay attention to the scoring droughts, if there are any. See how long it takes and how we get the offense. 9 times out of 10, we go. What I did see that was nice. I think that's going to happen again. Is the pick and roll between MPJ and Clax. I seen
Yeah.
MPJ find Clax twice. That was some new shit that I seen. I was like, yeah, that's pretty good. Like if
He
they're
had
going to
his
continue,
career high in assists. He had like
Seven.
seven
Yeah.
assists.
he
Yeah,
definitely had 2
I
assists
mean,
with
I
Clax.
can see
He
both
definitely had two
sides
assists with
to it.
Clax for sure.
I can
I
see
see
both
both sides
sides to
too.
it. Y'all are right. If Cam is out, then niggas is going to get more reps. You know what I'm saying?
They're
Right.
And
getting better on their own merit. This is the thing that people don't
right,
realize. It's their
but
own
niggas is
merit, not
also
because
saying
Cam
if
had
Cam was
impact or
there,
not.
if Cam was there, he's prohibiting them from getting those reps because Cam is going to take those shots.
Well, that's because we have an
No,
unbalanced roster, and
hold on.
Cam and this team styles don't fit. That's what that's about. That's
No,
a
no,
completely
but
different
how?
issue.
But hold on. How was that true when Man and TJ and Tyrese Martin getting that many minutes? That's
Because
got nothing
Jordy's
to do with Cam Thomas. That's
because
Jordy
Jordy's
Fernandez.
foolish. That's
So
Jordy
hold on.
being a
So,
fool.
no, but hold on. To that specific debate about Cam Thomas being in the way of the player development of the rookies, because that's a serious thing. And I don't think that's the case, especially if you're going to give Man and Tyrese Martin that many minutes. When I added up the minutes, Tyrese Martin, Terrence Mann, they got more minutes than Yegor and Drake Powell. You
Nasty.
feel what I'm saying?
yo,
So
see,
Nasty.
it's
look at
like
I
Bill A.
don't think it's
Spliff,
about the
man.
minutes though,
Thomas, you
Breeze.
can't put that on Cam Thomas, bro. That's not on Cam
I don't think
Thomas.
that's the
Bro,
minutes though,
bro,
Breeze.
hold on. Yo,
My from what I'm
Breezo.
hearing.
Breezo, do you see what Bill A. Spliff said in the comments, bro? And this is where people got Cam Thomas fans to the point of like they just want to see Cam go somewhere, thrive, come back and cook us just to make these Nets fans just to throw it in their face. Like that's where they Cam Thomas fans is at right now.
Sad shit.
Because
Sad
I
shit.
know
I
it's
don't even
gonna
think it's about
happen.
minutes though.
If we get rid of Cam Thomas, I know he gonna go somewhere else and thrive, and then we gonna be looking like Joe Donut.
This front
Yo, I
office
wanna
really
I
screwed
wanna
up the
just jump out and
relationship.
say, yo, listen, man, I wanna make my peace with Cam Thomas and say, yo, I ain't never give up on you. But even 1v4, 1v5, it don't matter, man. I see how instrumental you are to this rotation for us building the championship roster. I, for one, don't think you have to be the one option or the two option. I do think you should start. I do think that you contribute because in the NBA, you don't want to go on scoring droughts. Teams that's going to go far in the playoffs, they scoring 30 points a quarter. If you want to score 30 points a quarter, you need Cam Thomas in your rotation, especially if you're the Brooklyn Nets. There's a lot of reasons why I have the debate on why he should be in the rotation, because at the end of the day, yeah, defense do win championships, but in the modern NBA, they made it for you to score the ball. The name of the game is to score the ball. You feel what I'm saying? So
Offense wins games.
because that's what it is. Right, because that's what it is. Think about what happened. Think about Tyrese Halliburton hitting the game winner in the finals. Think about that. Think about how he iced the Knicks and with a not a defensive play, with an offensive play. Think about that. Think about the most clutch player we got on our rotation. Think about that. And yeah, you could put Egor and Drake Powell in those situations, but trust me, I don't think that this draft class and whoever we draft next season is enough. But if you add Cam Thomas, we got a fighting chance. Don't take that away from Nets fans, man. You make the same mistake you made with Darren Allen, and that was my, you know what I mean, whole hang up in the
I don't
first
know.
place.
That's a good comparison, though, Breeze. Like, I get
Hey,
what you're saying, but Halliburton is also an elite playmaker. Like, of
No,
course,
no,
he on the
I'm just
offensive
saying,
end he could score, but
I gave you two, but Brooklyn LM, I gave you two examples where he scored the ball in a clutch situation, not playmate, but him scored the ball once in the finals. I think when game one versus OKC on the road, and I think game six in the Garden versus the Knicks when the ball bounced in.
Yeah, the choke game.
Hey, that should just bring joy to my that fan spirit, man. But anyway, I just wanted to say that Cam Thomas could score 10 seconds left on the clock, 5 seconds left on the clock. You can't just get a ball to Terrence Mann, like no disrespect, but you need a specific player. Specific players know what to do in the clutch, bro. You can't just go to any player in the clutch. You know what I mean? It's not a
and
dis.
that's Drake Powell.
Yeah,
Powell has made a few buckets with time
maybe that's
running down
Drake
on the
Powell.
clock.
Put Drake
He's made a
Powell in
few of those
that.
shots.
Yeah, I seen Egor had make a few clutch shots. I seen it was like 3
Right.
minutes. We needed somebody to hit that three. The ball swung to him, I think, off of an offensive rebound. I think Drake Powell found him by the 3-point line. He knocked that shit down. I was like, yes, let's get it. You
and
know
then
what
he
I'm
got
saying?
pulled out.
Yeah, he got pulled out, man. For Tyrese Martin, wow.
Nasty work, bro.
Y'all don't realize Tyrese Martin is the tank commander.
He's a
No,
seventh man
he's not,
journeyman,
And
bro.
no,
Jay, and
no, hold
that's
on. No,
it.
you're not listening. You want to lose. So they're putting in the guys that they know could get it done.
No,
Egor is
you
not
want
gonna
to lose.
help us win
Wait,
games.
wait, wait, wait,
That's the
Jay,
point.
Maybe, you sure? He might fuck around and get
Yes, he's not
good.
going.
wait.
Yo, we won one game.
Yeah, but what
Jago's been
about if they
clutching
let him?
many
What?
times,
Yeah, but
but
what
they
if
ain't
they
lead
let
to
him get all the
wins.
No,
reps that you want him to get? Now he getting all of the reps. He
If
getting
we're
nice. He
winning,
getting
if
listen.
we're
comfortable.
winning by
Now
the,
he
if
got
we're
I'm
us
winning
telling
winning
by the,
games. They
if
need
we're
the
yo,
winning
tank
by the young
commander
guys,
in
that's
there to
fine.
ruin the progress.
If we're
yo,
winning by the thing is, if you winning by the young guys, that's fine. You chalk it up to what it is. I don't
Nah, they just
care
don't think it's fine. They
if
don't think
it's
it's
the
fine.
thing. If you no, it is fine
They
because that
no,
means
they
somebody is the rookies are progressing.
bro,
That mean
no,
if
it's
you
not
can chalk
about.
it up to what it is,
They
it is
want
what
the
it is.
rookies to
I bet
progress.
fine. The rookies is
Yo,
hitting. Yeah,
y'all,
I bet. There's
yo,
nothing we
y'all
can
be
do
talking
about
out
that.
both sides of y'all mouth because y'all don't realize this year, last year, y'all told them 100 times, and John be sitting here saying they be listening. So maybe they do because y'all told them 100 times. Y'all not tanking hard enough. This year they are trying to tank like the tanking is. They got fish tanks. They got war tanks. They got fucking dunk tanks from the carnival. They got whatever type of tank that you're looking for right now. They're trying to be the
Jay,
worst
that's
listen.
not
team,
that. I
Listen.
literally.
get
Like
it, but
they
that's
trying
not
to,
They
the
got
point.
it's
That's not
not
the
gas
like they
point,
trying
tanks,
to
bro.
lose though,
bro. They
Jay.
got
It's not
gas
like
That's
trying to
not.
tanks.
lose.
They
We
got
just
No,
bad.
that's
We a
not the
bad team.
point. That's not
That
the
is the
point.
point.
Let
That
me
is the point
explain.
because
I get what
no,
I get
no,
what
that
y'all
is the point
saying,
because
but
y'all
that's
said Y'all say what y'all want to happen, and maybe they a year behind everything that y'all saying, because last year y'all wanted them to lose every game. This year they are intentionally trying to lose every game. It look like to me.
Because we
Nah, they
have
just
to.
not
Jay,
good,
Like,
the
bro.
point the
They
like
not
point
last year,
trying.
they
is
were right.
if the
They
five
not
guys that
trying
you
to
got,
lose.
right?
They not trying to lose. Marks just left them with a roster that gave Jordy no fucking choice.
No, no, no.
No,
Hold
Like,
on,
that's
hold
what
on,
I
hold on,
Yeah.
mean.
hold on.
That's
No,
what
no,
I
no,
mean.
no, 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 no.
here's
No,
the
hold on.
thing,
Let me say
right?
this.
Yo,
Hold on,
listen.
hold on,
Like
let
I
me say
said
this.
before. Let me say one more thing, Breeze. My fault.
Bro.
I be listening to what the team be saying when fucking Josai said that shit in China. The shit, we only got one draft pick and we want a really good draft pick, so we trying to make sure that happen or whatever the fuck he said. It proves it the way they made this roster. Like, remember the video I
Exactly.
showed y'all when they was talking about Cam Thomas and MPJ? Yo,
Yo,
this is
listen.
ethical offense. What type of who would put these two together to do this?
So
Like,
two
But
things
that's
could be
not the
right at the
point.
same
That's not the
time,
point.
right?
People was
Like
arguing
two
to.
Right.
things
But
could
no,
be.
no, no.
no,
Hold
but
on,
y'all
hold on.
missing the
But
point of what
hold on.
they
Listen.
doing by arguing
Hold on.
what you arguing.
Right.
We know Sean
No,
Marks
no,
is
no.
with
But
the
hold on. Listen.
program. That's
Hold
not what we arguing. We know
on.
Joe
They
signed
talk
Sean
about
Marks
the
with the
No,
program.
no, no.
development.
Talking
Listen.
about
No, no.
Jordy being with the
Right.
program.
Hold on.
But
Let me
I'm
get to
saying,
that
what
part.
if these kids get ahead of development and start winning games? They don't want to see that.
Then we live with
Exactly.
They
that.
don't want
That's
to
what
see
I'm
Hold
that.
on.
That's what I'm
saying.
trying to tell
Can I
you.
get to
Then
that
we
part,
live
please?
with that. That's what I'm
Yeah,
No, no,
but
saying.
you
no,
want to
no,
live
no,
with
no.
that, but they don't want
No.
to live
That's
with
not
that. They
true.
want
Exactly.
worse
Exactly.
records.
That's
Everybody
They
it
want
is.
worse
It is.
records.
It's a very low
Nah, it is.
possibility that
Hold on.
happens though.
Now, hold on. Let me speak to that, please. The reason why I wanted to speak to that part the most is because I agree with Jay. Because when Egor hit that three, look what his reaction is when he make a team go into timeout. Bro, he's celebrating, he hype, he bringing that energy to the bench.
Right.
You leave a player out there, even if he know the script, it's the tank. You leave a player out there like, all right, we need you to miss this shot. He gonna be like, yeah, all right. Like, soon as he get the ball and he let it fly, he's knocking that down. Two
So
wins for the Brooklyn Nets.
can I
Jordy
say
Fernandez, he has to hold on. Jordy Fernandez has to, for entertainment only. Jordy allegedly. Jordy Fernandez has to say what he has to say because of what Jay just said about what Josai said over there on the other side. You know what I'm saying? In China, with China or whatnot, or well, I don't know exactly where it was at. But I'm saying that to say they have to be political about their approach or how they strategize and how they trying to build this roster, bro. That's it, man.
bro, I just think two things could be right at the same time, and y'all both right. The thing is, yes, the organization, the front office, Josiah, Sean Marks, they don't want the team to do bad because they don't want the team to do good because they want a high draft pick. At the same time, you want to what Element's saying is you want to focus on development, right? You want to focus
Right.
on development this year. You want to play the young kids because that's your priority. Now, if they so happen to win, you take it on the chin because that's kind of like a double-edged sword because yeah, you kind of don't want them to win, but at the same time, that shows that they're developing and they're getting better. But at the same time, Jay, we can't kid ourselves, bro. These niggas is not winning shit, bro.
No,
They
I'm
not
Nah,
gonna start
I
winning
don't
nothing.
know. Listen,
Tomorrow
I'm
be
not
look,
sure. I'm not
yo,
convinced. I'm not
yo,
convinced. I think Drake Powell both
That's
and
exactly the
Egor can
point I
win
was trying
together.
to make.
no, I
I think
tomorrow.
Drake
understand that,
Powell,
and you keep
Egor
saying
both
I'm
can
missing
win.
that
I
point,
think
but
they
I'm
can win.
telling y'all to look at what the organization is doing and saying, and see what they're trying to do. And what I'm saying is, I feel like last year they didn't do enough. This year they trying to do way more to
It's not the
ensure.
organization. It's Horty. That's the
It's 40.
problem. The
It is.
Right.
organization knows what they got to do. Sean Marks
Exactly.
and Horty is
But
on the same. In Joe
different
side is
pages.
on the same. No, the
Yeah,
same
that's
page.
No,
They
no,
want to get a
Sean
number one
Marks and
pick.
Joe
They
Tsai is on the
all
same page,
Nah,
but Jordy is on a different
right.
Jordy
page.
ain't on the
Is
same
Horty
page
that's
with
doing
them.
is messing
Yeah.
messing stuff
Yeah,
up.
but
But they
like
on the
like
same page.
Notorious said, they are handicapping him enough to even when he tries, he will fail.
Yeah, but he said the other day it's not about the rookies; it's about the vets too. And I'm like, these vets aren't going to be here. Like, I get they get the devalues up, but the rookies should be your priority. And Jordy's like, nah, don't have to be my
No, they are the
priority.
long-term priority, not the
That's what it should
short-term
be.
priority.
That's what he should say, but he's not saying it the right way. I would say this though: tomorrow would be a good time for Tyson Etienne and EJ
I think I
Liddell to
think
get
I
some
think niggas
minutes.
is
That
just
would be a
saying
good
that
time to do that.
Jordy's doing a little bit too much. Like he don't need
Yeah.
to, you know.
The point is
Like
that the young guys is developing. That's all that
Right.
matters. Like
Exactly.
He's
if
trying to
Diego
build.
comes to a point where he's averaging, case in point, I remember the year OKC was trash. Shea averaged 25 that year, but they were still garbage.
But
The
bro,
fact of the matter is, okay, you got a player that you can develop. He's a piece towards the future. We'll live with that.
I told
If
y'all 2 weeks
Egor goes
ago.
on averaging 20 or the end of the season and
I mean,
we
you
win
got
more
something
games,
special.
all
He
right,
ahead of
bet. You
schedule.
got something special. We
Yeah,
got to
but I
live with
told
that, all
y'all
right?
2 weeks ago, Jordy is not really concerned with people numbers because he's spreading the minutes out so much. And that's what the players be mad about because they saying when you spreading the minutes out so much, I don't have individual time to get towards like the numbers that people on other teams is getting because they getting more
Right.
minutes. So they get more shot attempts, they get more time on the floor to actually do something. But since Jordy is focused on playing as many people as possible, keeping people fresh, that European style of basketball is more about the team than individual players. And he's not gonna do that with the rookies.
That
And
is
what
a
I'm
But
horrible
saying,
excuse,
listen,
Until
no,
though,
but
I
maybe in
hold
the
think
on.
I
middle of
think
in the
the
Listen,
I
no, no,
think the
no, but
knock
hold
until he
on
on.
has
Jordy,
to.
the
Listen, no,
knock
but what
on
I'm saying,
Jordy though was him not playing the rookies in crunch time minutes.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
and that
listen,
quote
right,
right there
right.
is
What
despicable,
I,
man.
right, but
But
what I'm
think about
saying
why
is,
he wouldn't.
but
That
not,
makes
but
sense.
still, but what I'm
But
saying is, when play part of player development is learning who the alpha. Like you gotta know who's the alpha on the team. You gotta know who's the leader, who should be taking the last shot. You gotta develop that. You gotta. I seen it with Kenny Atkinson and Karras and Spencer. I seen it. Yo, so like he gotta take a page out of Kenny Atkinson book, bro. I seen player development. I see how it's supposed to look. You're supposed to put them in situations to see if they're gonna win and lose in those situations. And my point
Exactly.
to like I said, to put emphasis on it, Danny Wolf, Drake Powell, and Egor could win. You put that put them in the rotation the right way. You take out Tyrese Martin, you take out Terrence Mann, bro. You're not gonna be in a lot of scoring droughts if you put Danny Wolf. That's a whole new look. They ain't got no scout report on Danny Wolf. They're gonna be
the thing
fucking.
is, we don't really care if we win. But if we want to win with the rookies, if we're going to win, we don't want to win with Terrence Mann and Tyrese Martin.
Right.
We want to
And
put
Exactly.
Yegor and Drake Powell in the pressure cooker
But
because we think
I
those are
think they
valuable
will.
minutes for them to learn and grow.
I think that's why they kind of shine away from playing them together. I think they good together. I think it's because I think Wolf is the glue. I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. You got a player that like Yegor that he can create off of a driving kick coming off a curl more than he can off of like a screen, you know what I'm saying, screen and roll because he's slow footed, you know what I mean? But he can protect the ball with the half spin and like just kind of like protecting the ball.
I
I can see him that. But I'm saying that to say that there's offices that can be it's a lot of potential with depending on what Jordy want to do with the rotation. But Danny Wolf being the glue, remember I said that Danny Wolf could be the glue to the office on the team with no disrespect, with or without Cam Thomas. Not gonna lie to you.
no,
But
that
with
that's
Cam
a
Thomas,
that's
with Cam
a fair.
Thomas, wherever we drive, we tough. I'm telling you right now, we tough.
I don't think
I,
Sean
I,
Marks
I
think
would
that.
I would say Yegor, Powell, and Wolf could all be part of the glue in a sense. Like with Wolf, he can run offense as a big. Drake Powell, I think, is a little bit more essential with the glue part of it because look what he does defensively for you. He can guard multiple positions. He knows how to handle the best offensive player on different teams already. And then Yegor, with his playmaking abilities getting stronger, all three of them can play a part in that. I just think you got to see what they can do together. It's just Wolf won't get the chance until one of
Listen,
Dayron and Claxton gets moved in
but
the next 2 months. That's the only
John,
thing.
just to slow it down, what I'm trying to tell you is instead of us trying to expect Yegor to average like 8 or 9 assists, I need to see him average 5-6 assists and Danny Wolf average 6-7 assists, 5-6 assists. If I could get 12 to 15 assists between both Yegor and Wolf, that's more what I want opposed to any one of them dominating in assists. Far as what Jordy Fernandez want, and both of them getting touches on the ball. You know what I'm
Nigga
saying?
said designer losses.
Hey, what, Jay?
In the comments, Range Rover said niggas want designer losses.
Oh boy.
That's the funniest shit I heard all day. Nigga said designer losses. Y'all is hilarious.
Yo, tomorrow's a good game to play
Yo.
EJ Liddell and Tyson
Oh
Etienne.
my goodness.
Give them 20, 30
Niggas
minutes
want the
tomorrow.
good losses. Niggas want the best possible losses.
That's a fact. As crazy as it sounds, it's true though. You wanna see your rookies grow and get better, but at the same time, you don't want a good record because you still want to get a good draft pick.
Yo, that's
Shut
time.
and
That
Jay
time
from
into
B
the
and
night for
Jay
me
from
like this.
BK called it out, bro.
Nah, it
He
is
was.
though,
I
bro.
remember he
This
was
shit on
saying like,
super
"Yo,
time right now.
the same amount of niggas," and it's crazy because he called it out, and I was like, "Yo, that's dead ass true." Because niggas last year was like, "Nah, we good. It's the early of the season. Yo, why we still be bad by February or March? Yo, we good. Niggas not gonna tank like that. Yo, it's fine. It's whatever." And niggas got the eighth pick doing that shit.
That's just
Now,
The
because
fact
you
of the
guys
matter
got some
oh
is,
no, what if
swing,
with
the
man.
every
exact
like
opposite happened this year? What about we ass at the beginning and then come February they go on a fucking 17-game winning streak?
niggas said
Nah, that
17
ain't gonna
easy.
happen, man. Especially when we trade some
If
people,
you
it's not
said
gonna
two,
happen.
I would have been like, all right, 17 is
Now I just said
crazy.
17 just because it'll be a lot. Like some shit that'll really surprise you. Like, what the fuck?
Yo, they got
But,
us on the pace to win 7 games this year, bro. I
Yo,
saw
bro,
that
it's
shit
looking
today.
but
bad.
hold on. One of them better be versus the Knicks. Listen, what I'm
Looking
saying
Oh
bad.
is,
my gosh.
They got us playing a back-to-back against them, man. Like, jeez.
We face them
Yeah, we
Monday,
got them
right?
on the second end of a
Yeah.
back-to-back. That's nasty.
Yeah,
Well,
at
they
this
don't. Well,
point,
they
I
won't
can't
have
help but just
OG,
survive.
so who
Drake
knows
Powell
what
will
happened
set the
there?
tempo by
I
dunking
think
on
Brunson is
somebody.
out, right?
Yeah, Brunson and OG, man, they're out.
I don't
So
know. I don't know how long they're gonna be out. I don't know. I don't know. But for
Niggas playing
now,
through
but
cat
we
now,
play them
so
this Monday or next Monday?
this Monday.
they're playing through cat.
We
They
we
playing
play the
through
tank
cat
we
now,
play we
apparently,
play
man.
the Tankathon Championship tomorrow, and then we play them the next day.
Oh man, tomorrow, man. I didn't want to talk about
Wait,
tomorrow.
who we play them on the 18th?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I might be going to that game.
That's a Tuesday.
That's supposed
Yeah,
to be at the Barclays, I think.
yeah. The block just sent me the request for the game today, so I might be going to that game.
Yo, I got a ticket for the game. I'll sell it to y'all for the same price.
I think we're gonna beat the Wizards and then get blown out by the Knicks.
We got to play EJ Liddell and Tyson Etienne tomorrow.
What time you get off,
That's what
Breeze?
we got
What
to
time you
do.
at work?
Shit, until
Let
late
the
shut
two
up.
You
ways
know,
play
no, that
tomorrow.
wouldn't be a bad
Oh, my
idea.
fault.
I'll
Nah,
do that shit.
No,
it's
it's a
next
great
Monday,
audible,
Breeze. It's the
Joey. Like
24th.
play
It's
the
the
rookies with
24th.
our two-way guys.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
the
Let's see what
24th.
we
it's a
can do.
It's the
Monday.
24th he played him. Yeah, at home.
24th is a Monday. Okay.
Yeah. So at
Okay.
home we played him
I
at the
might be able. I
Barclays.
might go to that. I probably could go to that. I might be
Man,
able.
the Knicks is just lucky we ain't have Cam Thomas in that game, man, because they beat
Yo,
us by like 30, and Cam Thomas was going to drop 40 that game. So
ever since they crushed us and Knicks fans are talking that crap, two of their starters are injured right now. Like, keep talking. Just keep talking to us, man. While you guys keep falling down the standings eventually. Like, we're not worried about the Knicks, man. Like, everybody wants us to give a reaction like, oh, they blew us out. Like,
yeah, I don't
hello?
care.
Like, come on. Like, we don't care about that.
Yo,
Them
but
We
niggas was
got bigger
doing the same
problems to
thing we
worry
was
about.
doing a
oh
few
yeah,
years
I
ago.
just
I'm
gotta
not
say
worried about
that was one of my favorite lives because I thought it was hilarious that Knicks fans wanted to come on the panel and I told them no, and they was just so upset about it.
Nah,
Like had they
wait,
nigga popped in
has
the bank.
Easy been back since that day?
No.
Nah.
No.
Easy ain't been
Nah,
back
wasn't he on the panel a
No,
couple of
wait.
days ago?
Maybe the day
because
after. Yeah, I think it's on
Easy was tight. Niggas didn't want to let the Knicks fans up to celebrate, and I'm like, bro, what do you expect, bro? Like,
Right. Like no, not after a game like that.
Yo, Jay was fun. He said the super chat they got to pay is the ticket prices to go to a
right?
Knicks game. That was cool.
That if somebody would have paid it, that'd have been dope, though.
Oh man.
Yeah, that would have been dope. But shout out to Beeman Boy 81. That's why I was doing that too. Like I say, he the only one that could have pulled up. He a member on the page, and he a Knicks fan, so I know he was. You know what I'm saying? He know I don't be hating on him, but I be talking my shit. I was on Players Choice earlier today talking my shit about the Knicks. How about Detroit? I hope Detroit or Orlando knock them out the playoffs. It's just who I am at this point. You know what I mean? I can't help but want to see the demise of the Knicks team not winning the championship before us. If they want to win after us, cool. But I want to win since we got to the Brooklyn. I want to
Not
be the
even
first
after.
team to win a championship in this city since we got here. I want to win before the Knicks. So yes, I want to catch up. Matter of fact, I want to get 2 championships before they get another. Matter of fact, I want to get 3 championships for the Brooklyn Nets before they get another
Man
championship.
said 3
Oh,
championships.
they break it up like course too, man. They can't pay Mitch this summer, so who's their center once Robinson leaves? Like that's when they're really going to start
They gotta
What
be
year,
suffering.
y'all, what year you think that's gonna be? We win the 3rd championship.
Yeah, no. Wait, yeah. I hope I'm alive, man. I hope I'm
That
alive,
shit
man.
may be 2055 or some shit on our
I was
3rd
thinking
Yeah.
so.
championship, yo.
When we
Yeah,
win a
I just want
title,
us
the
to get a
live stream is going to be
championship, man.
insane, man.
Yo,
I pray
bro.
that we get one before I leave
Every
this earth,
time y'all
man.
mention championships, I just think about how they fucking ruined it, man. We had the fucking championship formula. They ruined it.
We had the best big three of all time, and they couldn't play together,
They
man.
Yo,
Like,
y'all,
ruined it,
Yeah,
y'all
I
think
man.
can't.
if we
we
would have kept
definitely
the big
could have.
three,
We was close to
we
one.
would have been the best team in the East right now?
We still would be. You see
If
James
we
Harden
still
right now,
had
still
KD
dropping
in
40
them, yeah, I
points.
think
Yeah.
we still would. I think we would be the best team in the East if we
They were
still had
saying,
him.
"Oh, James Harden's old. He lost a set, bro. Look at him right now. He's carrying an old age Clippers team, man. Like it's 4 years
Nah,
ago,
the way
man.
But James
KD
Harden
playing
had a
now
suite
and
here. He ain't
Harden.
had to do much but facilitate.
Yeah,
Nah,
it was easy.
if they
What
were
Sean
still
Mark,
here, we definitely
what,
would have a
what
chip. We
Sean
probably
Mark
have
should,
2 chips.
what Sean
They
Mark should have
ruined
said
it.
was to James, "Listen, James, we don't buy your bullshit. We have one more chance at this, the last dance. Kyrie's coming back. Let's see what you guys could do against Boston. If we would have done that, we could maybe beat Boston in that first round series. But no, we had to trade Harden away. We had to eventually trade Kai away. Like, what if, man? Like that
All
just
that shit
scares me
was
so much
stupid.
right
Like
now.
all that shit was some ego bullshit. And not to
Oh,
bring that up because I know it's a sore spot for Nets fan, but just soon as y'all bring a championship, it's like every time I look at it, I feel like the Psy family as a whole did the same thing they did for the Liberty for the Nets. But for the women, it worked out. And for the dudes, they let ego get in the way and
Right?
fucked everything up.
That's a
And
fact.
yeah.
Yo, we let Bruce Brown go, man. That was a
We
daggone
That's
also
Yeah,
shame,
had
I
a
man.
really,
lot of
I
that's
shit
thought
why.
that was
going
That's
our
on
why.
year
around
But
that
too.
hold
I ain't
time.
on,
gonna
The
hold on.
world
But
hold
was
that's
you.
why the
crazy
coach.
though.
That's why the coach having the biggest voices important. As soon as it was all went to hell. We had a chance to get Ime as a head coach and Kenny Atkinson as the head coach. So you
You could
got
have had
Ime,
Ime as a head
Ime,
coach, man.
Oh, that would have been
and
scary.
Atkinson.
Oh,
Yo, Adam
You put
Silver cock
Steve,
blocked that move.
bro. You. But what I'm saying
boy.
is, no. Before all of that, when he was an assistant coach with the Brooklyn Nets. Ime was an assistant coach with the Brooklyn Nets. All our defensive schemes with Claxton and Kevin Durant, it came from Ime. When you look at the Houston Rockets, who they got? They got a big lineup. They starting lineup was one of the biggest lineup in the NBA. They had
Yep.
Amy Thompson at the
Bree,
point guard. They
Bree,
had
I always said one of Sean Marks's worst mistakes was hiring Steve Nash as a head
Oh
coach.
my God.
Here's the thing,
I
right?
wasn't a coach,
The
man.
year that Steve Nash looked good as a head coach, you got to understand something. Udoka was running the defense, and Dan Antoni was doing the offensive shit.
Yep.
Steve Nash wasn't doing a damn thing. He was just on the sideline clapping.
Waving his hands
Okay.
in the air like he just don't care.
yo,
He was
bro,
just the face. That's all he was,
the
bro.
thing is, I feel like I
After
could have
they
had a
left, we went to shit.
I could have had a winning head coach record with KD, Kyrie, and Harden on my team. Like
They
a good coach would have had them niggas damn near undefeated.
they should have stole Ty Lue from the Clippers, man. They should have made him an offer he couldn't refuse to come. If Ty Lue was our coach, man, all three of these guys would have stayed
But
in
now,
line.
but hold on. Let's not make it about Steve Nash. How important is a coach, a head coach to a championship roster? Let's talk about that. I would
That's
for
your
one, because
favorite question, bro.
like
What's
like
the
what
percentage?
I would say with that roster, you need a coach that can, for one, make sure that you utilize who's the best catch and shoot player. Harden and Kyrie, both of them catch and shoot players. You can run the offense either way, whether either one of them can drive and kick. You can do a lot with the offense, and then with KD, you know what I'm saying? You just do a lot. And that being said, I wouldn't trade Jared Allen for one. You know what I'm saying? He would have stayed on his roster. We would have never got James Harden. Even with Spencer getting hurt, I wasn't to panic. I would have just held it down. Like, I think we had Cam Thomas that year, did we?
Man, if the Cavs ever break it up, man, we should get Allen back for one more hurrah, man. Like I'd be fine having him back. The Fro man, return to Brooklyn,
But
that would get
but
people
but
buzzing.
right, but just for definition, he an anchor. He's somebody
Yeah.
that can man the paint. You got Claxton, he can't man the paint. We don't really got nobody that's gonna man the paint. So since we lost Allen in that situation, we haven't had anybody that can man the paint. You know what I'm saying? We've had scorers like Cam Thomas or MPJ, but I wouldn't say they're harder than KD. But at the end of the day, how important is a head coach for a championship roster, and how important is manning the paint for the Brooklyn Nets? That shit is vital. You Jay talking about you said talk percentages, bro. That shit about 35-45%. A head coach that know what they doing with a roster, whether it be the Eagles or the X's and O's, bro. It's definitely about 45%. You gotta say, I would say you gotta be heavy on the player side because they the one out there making great plays sometimes. And that shit ain't got nothing to do with the X's and O's. That's hustle and determination. That's I want it more than you. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of a competitor than you, not just that I'm better than you. I'm more of a competitor than you. I want to win more than you. So that comes from the players. So I will always say that it's more the players than the coach. But still, you need a coach.
Vince
I think.
Carter's been really good for the young guys, man. He's been talking to him. He called the game the other day. Like he would have made a good coach, Vince Carter, for the Brooklyn Nets if they'd
I said
actually given
that
him an
last
interview.
year.
Yo, he should be. Listen, no disrespect to Jordy, but Vince Carter is a player's coach. He gets it. Jordy, I think he wants people to win, but he doesn't understand what goes into it. Like a guy like Vince Carter, who was one of our last players to be in the NBA Finals for the Jersey Nets. Like like he's been around the team still. He gets it. Like they should definitely listen to him, man, because he's actually giving them legit advice. He's talking to Egor, talking to Powell, playing with them, and they're getting it. Like they're buying into it because he's been there. He knows the
That
sacrifice it takes. And
So
it's like, why
hold
can't
on.
we have more people like that to get the guys to buy in? We have never had those people the last few years. We had to get the stars to justify it because they've won championships. No, you need the
yo
guys who've been there.
during the
Actually been
game,
there and have that
Keep
he was
it
experience.
going.
calling
Keep
the
it going.
game last year. Who he told to dunk harder? It was somebody that he said, "Yo, I was talking to him before the game. And I told him he got to dunk harder because sometimes it just demoralizes the other team. Like you
I
could go
think you
down
talking
there and
about.
get a layup.
I think you talking about Keon Johnson.
Yeah, he's like, you could go down there and get a layup, but why get a layup? Just dunk hard, get the crowd excited, make the other team fans mad, like get them sad, make them feel like you coming back, or make them feel like they can't come back. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, no, but
that's a
hold on.
good advice from a
Right, right,
dude
right,
who
right, right.
actually
No,
play.
hold on. Two conversations I want to have. One, how big is the impact of a slam dunk, like a Vince Carter slam dunk, to like take the momentum while you on the road? Like the crowd is silent, you do some Vince. Crowd straight silent after that. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna call a timeout or some shit. So what I'm saying that to say, we don't always have to shoot the three ball to like get the momentum back. We could get a slam dunk, and that slam dunk could take the energy out of the building if you're a road team. Or if you home, that could revitalize home. That can revitalize your home crowd, and you need that. Getting that support from the crowd. Because trust me, they on a high-low situation. If you miss that three, they make it yeah. If you miss it. So go there, get that easy tool for slam dunk. Momentum mean a lot in basketball. This is a game of runs, but that's what I want to say, Jay. And what I was gonna say, it was something about coaching too. It was I forgot what I was gonna say. But it was something about coaching and how I think I did give it 30. Well, no, I said 45%. And yeah, I lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to make this a segment right here on why we agree or disagree that is this a serious conversation we having about Vince Carter being assistant coach with the Brooklyn Nets? I say yes. I think Vince Carter should be assistant coach with the Brooklyn Nets on a serious level. I think he should be taken seriously. I just think that the first year, him being a personality and talking basketball, he did commentating, color commentating for a long time. And some of it, I think he want the vacation part of it where, he competed for a long time as a player, been a
You know,
veteran team. So maybe he want to take a break away from being competitive and just kind of be around the game because he loved the game. So
you
I
know
don't know.
who I always thought that would be a great head coach, and now I found out that he's actually an assistant coach with the Bucks. Rondo, man.
I heard that.
I think Rondo gonna be a beast, bro. I mean, because you talk to anybody around the league, like even when he was a player, they would tell you that Rondo would just watch film like he's a student of the game. Like I don't know how good of a communicator he is, but he's highly respected as someone who like really studies basketball and studies tape and knows the game, bro.
I think
And
Chris Paul about to be a good coach.
yeah, I think Chris
Yeah,
Paul
he's
would be a
definitely
good
going to be
coach
a good
too.
coach.
Like
He's definitely a great
I
coach.
could definitely see
Yeah,
that in his future. If Chris Paul not a
for
coach at
sure.
some point, I'm gonna be confused.
Yeah.
Not see, not and not, you know what I wanted to say too, and I said this about Steve Nash. I say, yo, you not because I was getting vexed because I'll be trying to back the players and the coaches for a long time. But to get to my point, I say, yo, you never won as a player, but you could win as a coach. You need this. You want this. You want this. Trying to hype Nash up. And we didn't win the championship, so But I'm saying that to say, segueing into Chris Paul, I think that's for him. He may not have won as a player, but as a head coach, watch out for Chris Paul.
I
He'll win
just
an
think
NBA championship, bro. Real shit.
to be a good head coach, you got to have one or two things. Or some coaches got both. You got to just be a good X's and O guy, or you just got to be a great communicator. I think Ty Lue, he wasn't, he was just a great communicator. That's why it worked with the Cavs. He was able to manage egos. You know what I mean? With LeBron, Kyrie, and all of them, and he made it work. You feel what I'm saying? And like Steve Nash, he wasn't neither. Like he wasn't running the offense or the defense, and he wasn't a great communicator. He
Do
didn't
you think?
communicate
He
that
didn't
well.
even do
Do you think?
practice stuff.
Do you
Like
think he
KD's
should be an assistant? Do you think Vince Carter should be an assistant head coach?
I would not be mad at that. He got my vote. I wouldn't be mad at that
He
at
would
all.
he
I
would be
like
a
Vince.
great he'd be a great number two for Jordy. I know right now Steve Hetzel is that guy, but I've seen Steve Hetzel's name as like a coaching nomination in different sectors for people who get fired. So
I,
I think he's a temporary number two guy, but Carter would be a perfect number two for
Hey, did
Jordy.
you
And
guys
then
know? I
I
then you
know
have
that.
disagree.
Juwan
Can I
Howard.
hold up?
Yeah.
Wait, before you go, Joe, can I disagree with y'all right quick? I disagree.
Yeah,
Vince Carter should not be a number two to Jordy Fernandez. I don't think Vince Carter should be number two to Jordy Fernandez in anything. You know what I mean?
I agree. I agree with you on that.
But go ahead, Joey.
No, I was just gonna say, sidebar, like the Joe Weaver, he used to be our assistant coach. I think he's down there in Charlotte now. He's trying to be the coach of the Liberty, man. I just saw
Who?
that in the news.
Who you said?
Joe Weaver, I think he came from the he used to coach Australian professional basketball. He used to be an assistant coach with us. You
Mm.
probably don't remember. He was here for
Yeah, I
like
don't
one or
know.
2 years. But yeah, but
Okay.
he went down to Charlotte and now he's trying to come back up here to be the head coach of the Liberty because a girl got fired. The
Yeah,
head coach.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's crazy, man. It's just funny how people from like in the NBA and in the sports world just bounce around like that. I just find it's unique and shit. You know
And
what I'm saying?
the ruler FN just said VC said he don't want to coach, and I get that. But if after this tanking situation is over and they want to fire Jordy, I wouldn't be mad if they hire Vince Carter at that point.
Ooh, Vince Carter, the head
But I,
coach, man.
but I don't see him being Jordy's number two. Like
They
he
should definitely.
Oh,
They
he
should
Troy
definitely.
Weaver. Yeah,
I feel
Troy
like he
Weaver
would be
was his
telling
name.
Jordy what to do.
Yeah, they should
but
definitely keep.
hold on, Jay. Nah, but what I'm saying is, you think that far as somebody who don't have no assistant coach experience to just come and be a head coach immediately, you don't think like he should
I'm,
work his way to a head coach, like be an assistant head coach first, and
I
then
mean,
like
I'm just
Steve Kerr
saying.
did it.
I'm
Shit.
just saying the shit that I be hearing Vince Carter say on the sideline.
Mhm.
I wish he was saying to the team in their ear. Like it sound better than everything Jordy ever said or everything I said Vince Vaughn,
He
Jock
probably
Vaughn
do.
ever
Well,
said.
hey,
It's fun.
real
Everything
quick,
Jock Vaughn ever
big up to
said.
Ti.
He
Big up
probably
to
say that shit before the game.
hold on.
They just not.
No,
They
but
just don't have the ability to do it.
no, I feel you. But imagine if he was the one really in their ear all the time, really analyzing the game, like because he analyzes the game better than anything I've ever heard
Yo,
Jordy say. Like to me
Look,
personally.
to keep it
I'm.
a buck.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest, bro. When I say this, bro, like, listen.
And he puts it in simple terms too. He don't be trying to mince words.
Right,
You
Like
you
that
you
nigga
right.
could
say shit.
you could speak it, you could preach it, but you can't get niggas to do what they don't have the ability to do. That's just the
But you
bottom line,
can't bring
bro.
the best out of a person, and that's what the coach supposed to
And
Yo,
and
do.
that's what Vince Carter has done with Egor and Powell. The conversations he had with him, you can see these guys taking what he's saying, absorbing it, and
but
applying it. Like
guys,
that's what a
the
good
And
next
coach
I
guy,
could
the
say the
does.
next
same
guy to
thing
took the
about
next
Jawan Howard with
the
Clax.
ne-
Right,
we
Listen,
got
I
prior
mean,
right. I acknowledge
we got
that.
prior
Yeah.
the
assistant
real the
coaches out
listen.
there. We got prior
Listen.
assistant coaches.
I understand everybody. Like we all trying to find something good out of this, bro. Like I mean, it is what it is, bro. Like, but the reality of our development process goes back to the three niggas that we have on the team for the longest amount of time. That's Claxton, who's been a starter in this league for like over 4 or 5 years. Dayron and CT. These are the three niggas that's supposed to be the three head honchos of this team today.
Yo,
And
And
they
the,
they're
didn't
the
not.
real
develop none of them properly.
Right, right.
And
real
that
quick,
go and what does that tell you about our development system?
It's been bad the last 8, 10 years.
No,
maybe we just
no,
didn't
maybe
pick.
it's like the
Maybe we
Nets
just
are
didn't
who
pick
we
the
thought
niggas that you said
they
that.
are.
Maybe
Nets
I
they just
mean,
are
don't
who
but
got
we
the
thought they
talent,
are.
like you said, Leaf.
Yeah.
Maybe
oh,
they just don't
okay,
got the talent.
okay.
You just said it.
That's just trash.
So what does that tell you about the niggas that we have right now?
Who? You talking about the rookies?
White girls.
Yeah.
I'm not
But
gonna say
if we
anything
had,
about
bro,
y'all
in the
young.
last 10 years, if we got if the only thing we
All white
changed was the
girls.
coaching staff, we got the same training staff, we got the same scouts, we got the same GM, we got the same front office. What does that tell you about these niggas
Bro, I'm
that we
not going down
drafted?
this rabbit hole, bro.
What does it tell you?
I'm not
Leaf,
going
Which
we
down
know
this
this
rabbit
no,
hole.
we didn't
organization is
draft
Why
nobody
badly
nobody don't want to
run,
superstars.
answer the
Leaf. We
question,
We
bro?
know.
didn't
Like, I
draft
mean,
nobody
what does it
Because I
tell
don't
superstars.
you?
agree with you. I think you're trying to say the niggas we drafted is trash, but I don't agree with that.
Exactly.
We
I
didn't
No, I'm
agree with
not
draft
what we
trying.
Jokic,
drafted.
man. We didn't
No,
draft
I
Jokic or
disagree with
somebody.
I do agree.
it's not the niggas
I
that
do
we
agree that the
drafted, bro.
depth.
It's not the niggas that we drafted. Something PT said the other night. It's the Nets. It's our front office.
But we
Right.
know that
It's
already.
management. It's the
We know
coaching
that. We
staff. It's
know
these
We
that.
know
niggas
that
that's
Right.
not
already.
giving them niggas minutes.
We know that already.
So that means that they wasting their time, just like they burnt five
As
five years of CT's life for the last 5 years.
as
They
soon as
burnt it.
Sean Marks' contract runs out of Leaf, they just gotta find somebody new. And if Joe Tsai's dumb enough to resign him, then really there is a serious problem at hand here
Yeah,
because he should
there's a
not be
serious
resigned.
problem.
He
Yo,
should be let
don't
go
be
as soon
surprised
as
if
this
Joe
summer
Tsai
at the very latest.
if he resigns him, John. Don't be
But
No,
surprised, yo.
because honestly, this Cam Thomas
Don't be
situation with
surprised.
Sean Marks, wait, but Marks has been in gym for 10 years. You couldn't even get Cam Thomas to agree to a contract. That's a joke on him because you've been around for 10 years while other people getting fired, Nico Harrison and other people left to right. You still have your job. You can't even get a guy like Cam to agree to a
here's
contract.
the
How are
reality
you still in
about
charge?
here's the
That's
reality about
bad.
this front. Here's the realities about this front office. This time next year, this upcoming offseason, because of the Rockets have our picks after this draft, they got to go back to reverting to the same shit that they didn't want to do, and that's going out and going to get somebody align with
Right,
these
right.
young players and these young stars. They didn't want to go back to going and do that, and they didn't have no backup plan to recover that because their development system is trash.
You know what it is. Sean
Yo, the
Marks is
ruler
so
FN, you
mundane.
funny as hell,
He's
bro.
so
Almost made me spit
mundane,
my
yo.
soda out.
That's what he is.
I almost
That's
made you
what he
spit your
is,
soda
yo.
out by telling some shit
No,
that
I
you
said the
No,
already
it's
ruler
know.
ruler.
FN, not you, nigga.
Yeah.
The ruler FN talking
I
about
think I think I
John.
think
He said, there goes Joe T. again.
Oh my
John
God,
can't
Joe
help it.
Tsai. Joe Tsai. Can say it right.
Yeah, I'm like,
yo.
but what we gotta realize, bro, about these niggas in the front office, bro. They, bro, like each and every last one of these rookies could be on any other team and be balling right now. But then now, but because
Are
they
you
on the
sure?
Nets, and because of our front office, and because our dumbass coaching staff, and ain't
I don't know
nobody
about all that,
on,
Leaf.
and
I
because
don't
of,
know about all
what do
that,
you
man.
mean you don't know about all of that? What do you
I
mean?
don't know,
He trying
man.
to say, are you sure we drafted the right guys this draft?
No, I'm not. What I'm trying to say is, bro, like this front office is not accustomed to drafting and developing. They don't want to do that.
All right,
Where's
They
and
Danny,
what they
man?
want to do is
Where's Danny? Where's
what they
Danny
want to
though?
do is
Where's
I'm
Danny,
telling you what the
man?
front office want to do because they are in charge of the controllers right now. They in charge of the PS2 controllers right now. They in charge of it.
PS2.
Yeah, PS2 because that's what they playing. They ain't up to date. These niggas ain't up to date at all. What they want to do after this year is bring somebody. If they know they know they can't, if they know they can't win, they're gonna bring somebody in to sell tickets.
I feel like Sean Marks is that joystick on the Xbox when when it breaks, when you can't control like the FIFA guys no more, because they be running the other way. They be
Yeah.
running the other way. Sean Marks is that
I
joystick.
told y'all, like I
Sean
said
Marks is that
earlier,
joystick, yeah.
I
Sean Mark's
showed y'all
decision is
that
GM,
video
man.
where they
That's for
was
sure.
making fun of the Nets
Yeah,
offense.
because
The fact that they
with
put
that round thing where you
MPJ
can't fix that
and
no more.
Cam
You can't fix
Thomas
that part of it
together.
no
Like
more. No
they
more.
literally were not being serious, bro. That shit is the most unserious thing I ever
Nah,
heard, bro.
drafted 3 point guards in the series. All you needed to get was Nolan and Egor. You did not have to get
Yeah.
Seraph. Is it just you just created a blockade there? You
Oh,
didn't
that's
have
a
to
lot.
create. You could have
Tweaking,
drafted
Hold
a
on,
man.
wing
hold
or
on,
a
y'all.
center.
Hold on.
Why
Let
two
me
guards?
let me introduce Leaf to the show, Carthon and people to the show. Shout to Leaf. Y'all can subscribe to Leaf at Leaf 4788. Shout to Peoples and Endez. Come on down. Shout to Carthon on the panel with us.
You
Go
better
ahead.
sleep with
I
that
just wanted to,
vest.
but yeah, man.
Uh,
Shout to y'all and just whatever y'all say, just let Carthon answer that. I just want to hear Carthon get in the conversation with y'all. What y'all was talking about? Y'all was
we
talking about
really do miss Rod Thorne, man. Rod
Nah.
Thorne, where you at, man?
Listen,
Maybe you got a son. Maybe you
Leaf
got a
is a
son,
million
yo.
percent right that this front office just doesn't know how to create a balanced formula. But this goes back to the draft. Like the Egor and Powell moves, okay, they're working good right now. The Wolf one will work over time, but you don't have to draft 3 point guards because you essentially forced a blockade where two guys who literally play the same spot are now fighting each other to the death in the G League. Was that the wisest thing you could have done? Or maybe you could have got a center like a Ryan Kalkbrenner, or you could have got another wing that you could have actually put in
Ryan
the system
Kalkbrenner had
to
13
work.
and 7 tonight, man.
Yeah. He's the best center, rookie center right now. And you could have drafted him, but
That
they
is so
didn't.
horrible. That is
When he
so
got
horrible,
drafted,
man. Sean Marks.
when he got drafted, when Ryan
20,
Kalkbrenner
29, I think it was, 28, 29. It was around that. Like he was just at the end of the first round, he got drafted. And
Could have gotten a lot of
imagine if we
people.
drafted Wolf and Kalkbrenner, how much of a genius this organization looks like. You got two guys who a little bit your front court, but no, we needed Seraph for whatever idiotic reason to sell tickets. Like, come on,
They gonna
you
go
Yo,
right
can't
Rap
back to
selling
do
selling
that.
tickets
tickets,
is
listen,
bro. That's what
crazy,
they want to
man.
do.
listen,
Unless
if they
Ben
really
Saraf turn
bought
They
into
gonna
a
into
go.
it,
They gonna
Ginobili,
go right back to what they
unless he
know how to
turn
do.
into
That's
Ginobili or
Man,
something.
nobody's stepping
that's
in no
why
park
Katie.
place for Ben
listen,
Surratt.
what I'm saying
That's
is,
why Katie and Hart. That's
listen,
why
that's why
Katie and Kyrie landed on
Ah,
their
you
lap.
might.
listen,
That
what
might
I'm
not
saying
be
is that's
true.
why they need us. That's why they need the Brooklyn Nets
Yo,
fans. They
It's
need seriously.
demographics.
No,
what if
If they
Ben
seriously.
needed us, they
Saraf
be
Hold
be
on,
taking
next
our
Ginobili,
advice.
yo? Next
One mic, please.
Ginobili, my guy.
If they needed us, they be taking our advice.
Listen. What I'm saying is, shout to Ice. He said Kalkbrenner was the second rounder. Listen,
Yeah.
yeah, they missed in my opinion for Ben Saraf and Kalkbrenner. They missed. And Nolan Troy already could have missed me with that. They could have got Drake Powell, cool. They could have got Egor, cool, and they could have got Danny Wolf, cool. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. Kalkbrenner, I mean, we haven't had an anchor or a defensive, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that man the paint since Jared Allen. And this
All right.
team, when you build the championship roster, you're gonna need somebody that's going to be able to do that. Regardless of how talented we is, it's going to be hard to play around that, especially going up teams that, you know what I'm saying, that compete heavy. They good in their front court, you know, like the Bucks and etc. But my point is that building the championship roster, certain things should be obvious. The fact that they missed on that, fans was upset. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, talk
That being
about it, bro.
said, I'm not gonna be long winded. We're gonna go back to Python and Leaf. Python, you there?
Yes, sir.
CG, what
Yo,
up,
Python,
bro?
what's the word, man? You see the title, man. Drake Powell and Diego start. Hopefully that happened. But we talking about multiple stuff. I don't know how long you was listening for.
I've been here. Hold on.
Oh, all right.
Yo, Pacers lost tonight again, yo. Oh my
They
gosh,
doing that
man.
shit on purpose. They be milking the game,
That
man.
shit on purpose, Breezy. I swear, yo, Pacers gonna get number 5 pick. Watch.
The Pacers is legitimately breaking down, but they're not gonna get a high pick than us.
But we're still gonna have a worse record. Don't worry. Don't worry, Leaf.
The only
We're
team
still gonna
that's
have
getting
a
a
worse
higher
record in
pick
the
than us,
NBA.
the only teams that's getting a higher picks than us than is the teams that the NBA is in love with, and that's the Celtics and a couple of other
Nah,
teams that's at the
nah,
bottom.
don't
Yo,
say
and you
that.
know what? Yo, Leaf,
Don't
you know
say
what's
that,
so bad
Leaf.
about that? Yo,
Don't
how I
say
was
that,
watching
Leaf.
this podcast, they had this Celtics podcaster talking to AJ DeBoschta, asked him straight up, how would you feel if the Celtics drafted you and playing next to Jason Tatum and
That's the
Jalen Brown?
nastiest work, Breezy.
These,
That's the
yo,
Nasty.
they
nastiest work,
are
yeah.
cold, bro. Like they just know AJ DeBoschta going to the Celtics, bro. When I seen that shit, I
It's
was
funny because he played in
stunned.
TD Garden tonight.
Breeze, what is it about when I say stuff, bro? Like everything just goes left. Like I've been telling people, bro. Like
That
I'm
shit is
trying.
bad, bro.
I just tend. I got a tendency of calculating how the NBA work and how they operate and how they do
No,
business,
but they
bro.
have
Like
to. You have to tank too, though. Like it's not just show up and they gonna pay you. That's not always gonna be the case. The Sixers tanked better. This is
yeah.
like it'd be one thing if it was
What
after the
about
fact,
Dallas and San Antonio?
and I
They tank better. What about them?
yes, they tank better too.
How?
They
Dallas was in the play-in.
they're not this one draft. They're Vassell. They're that other kid that won Rookie of the Year. They're a they're a bunch of years of going through the pain, and they did it on purpose. They traded players to make sure nothing fucked up the tank, and they have a history, a 30-year history of doing this, and it leads
They
to championships. It leads to multiple championships.
And that
they
leads
Yo,
to money for the NBA. So Pod is on the
No,
money on
no,
that
no,
one.
no, no, it don't. It only led to the Duncan era, and they haven't done anything since. They've
that's
But
been
what
they
it
have
selling.
leads
a
to.
resume, Leaf.
Bruh.
You're the one who
Not
always
not only
says
not only
resumes is what
not
the
only do
NBA
they have all
likes.
those
You've always said
championships,
What
that.
does
they
that
have
resume look
deep.
like without Tim Duncan?
Bro,
I
They
don't
but
think
nah, still
Boston
the
get a top
energy is
pick,
different. Hold
yo.
on, they had a
Not
roster
if they
that was
not in the
going to the
tanking
check. Hold on, they had a
thing.
roster that was going to the playoffs consistently for like
For,
20,
for, for
25
20
years.
years.
Yeah, but no, but what I'm saying, that's a different energy in the city, mind you. Where they at is a competitive city. They got the Houston Rockets there, they got the Dallas Mavericks there. They will need to be competitive. They easily could be the team that could be the less franchise money making franchise in that city with the way that Houston and Dallas was
And
giving it
Dallas
up.
market is, yeah.
Like so,
Whoa, Dallas is
I'm
hard.
saying that to say that as a franchise, they always wanted to remain competitive. We in a situation where we know we ain't gonna be competitive, and you see what it is,
No,
bro.
but you
When
looking at
But
the
the but
other
the,
we
end
the
though,
want to be
Breezy.
competitive
You not
soon, like next
no
Breezy,
season,
that
bro.
but
We
Breezy.
the
You
trying to
not
MB
be
the
looking at
M
the
competitive, bro.
beginning. Breezy, you have to remember that history. Bob Hill was the coach. Greg Popovich was the GM.
right.
Bob Hill said, "I don't want to tank. I want to win. I got guys coming back off injured reserve. We can make a playoff run." You know what Popovich did? He said, "You're fired," and took the job.
That's
He
wild.
took
And
the
they got Tim
job.
Duncan after that.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
They
He
tank
took
they
the
they, they
he
tanked and
took the
got Tim
job, and he's been
Duncan.
the coach ever since. And
Yeah,
that's
they
why, they have that weird situation where personnel moves get made by Popovich, and RC Buford is just the errand boy.
basically.
Nothing happens without Popovich because he was originally the GM.
That's a
And
fact.
and he fired the coach for not tanking, for not taking that shit serious. And it was one game. They were 3-14. He won one game.
Wow.
He
And
The
got
won one
fired.
definition,
game.
if you want something done, do that shit
Do
yourself.
that
He got
shit
one
yourself.
game and got
Exactly.
fired. Yep. I remember that.
Take notes, Sean Marks. Take
Yeah,
notes.
and to tally on to that, bro, he put himself in the coaching seat, and it led to one play and one top five player all time, getting them and leading them to 20 plus straight years of 50-win seasons, bro. They don't have a resume of tanking. What they have is a resume of the NBA looking out for them. That's what
No,
they have.
their roots are in tanking because they not only tank this time, they wait 20 years later after everything is all good, right?
Hmm
This
They
dude
they
named
traded
Defensive Player of the
DeJounte
Year.
Murray and
They
Jakob Poto. Yeah, I remember
that's
that.
right, and not just them. There was other players
Pod, you
too.
forgetting the year. You forgetting the years before that. After Tim Duncan retired, it wasn't necessarily tanking for them. Remember, Keldon Johnson was the first player they got after Tim
Yes.
Duncan
It was
retired.
actually
So
DeJounte.
realistically, Keldon Johnson wasn't no #1 pick. Keldon Johnson
It was
was in
actually
the 20s
DeJounte
range.
that they got. But
So
after Tim
right,
Duncan
but
retired,
after
Yo,
that, that's when
after
they
Tim
made the
Duncan
move for
and
retired,
DeRozan.
and
the
and
year
they
after
got
Tim Duncan
Vassell.
retired, they still won 60 games because Kawhi finished top two in
The
MVP and defensive player of the year.
Right.
the moment
So,
Kawhi left, they didn't play no games. The
right,
tank was on. They tried
right.
a
But
little
we didn't know
something.
about
They
Wemby back then. Well, we did, but it wasn't. 2023
They
was the
did.
year when they. Yeah, of course they did. They've been
they had
looking
been
at Wemby since he
tracking
was
Wemby
14. They was tracking him, but it wasn't really a
on.
impact of
They knew what
let's
Wemby
tank
was going. They knew what Wemby
until
was going to
when
go
we
the
knew
whole
what
time. They said, "Yo,
right, but
it's a kid
that's
that's
the
six
point.
something, that's 13, that's
But
13, 14 years old. He's French, San Antonio. That's what
But
they
that's what I'm
heard."
saying, and they wasn't taking in the because they was good, but they wasn't taking in the K draft, they wasn't taking in the Ant draft, they wasn't taking in the Apollo draft. When they knew that Wemby was pulling up next year,
Yep.
that's when
That's
they
when they
went heavy.
tanked.
That's when they was like, all
And
right,
they
we gotta get this
But
shit
but
serious.
but
liquidated the
but
whole
but but
squad.
hold up.
That's
We
why
missing we
tomorrow's
missing the
game.
whole news. We missing the whole news about that year. The year that Wemby was coming out, they started 8-3. They
Yeah,
started
and
eight and three.
he
And then the
fixed that
NBA
right
looked at them
away.
was like, "Yo, what are y'all doing? Yo, we trying to give y'all a pick."
Yo,
That's what happened.
but that's my whole point though.
But I
When
think that's
you were
Paul's point.
when
They
you
had
were
to get
GM,
there.
when you were GM and you in the situation that the Nets are, you can't leave things to chance. Tomorrow is the biggest game that they've had in a long time, and they better lose it because with the Wizards,
Biggest
Tomorrow
game.
is
I
the
like how
biggest
it
yo,
game.
says biggest game.
hey,
The biggest tank
hey,
game of
Oh
all
hell
time.
no.
They
Wow,
said the
everyone did.
tomorrow the
We
biggest
sitting
y'all ever
on
watch
game.
one
the
win, and he
y'all
said,
ever
"Yo,
watch the
tomorrow's the
520?
biggest
Y'all
game."
ever watch the 520 podcast with
Talk that
Jeff Teague
shit,
and them?
Pod.
Y'all
What'd you
ever watch
say?
the you ever watch the podcast with Jeff Teague and them the 520
Yeah.
podcast?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
watched
yeah,
her.
yeah.
He was talking, them niggas is Indianapolis fans. They're Pacer fans. They're from Indy. Them dudes is talking about the tank like it's an assured thing. Like, oh, we slipped up against the Nets, but we're not gonna let that happen again. Yo, it's not, they're not divided like we are. They're seeing the bigger picture. They're tanking these games. And they're happy because they think they're gonna get AJ DeBanza. We can't
We
play.
tanking too.
We cannot play no games. No, the organization is tanking. Jordy is not tanking. Jordy will win tomorrow and be
Exactly.
smiling in the conference, saying hallelujah, hallelujah. You know what I'm saying? He'd be so happy to win tomorrow because he
But
Yo,
Paul,
he
yo,
that's still some nonsense though, bro.
bum
I
You
ass
talking
mean,
about a
Wizards better
team that
step
just
up,
won,
man.
a
I
team
mean,
that was
but
just in the
Bum
hold up.
ass Wizards
finals. They
better
got a
step up,
chance at
yo.
a top pick, bro. That's some
Ain't that what
bullshit.
Dallas did?
So hold on. So the
Nah,
Wizards got their own pick, the Pacers got their own pick, and we got our own pick.
Yep.
the
Yeah.
only thing that makes me lit about that is that it would be nice if all three of these niggas was in the Eastern Conference.
No,
I'll,
but that's
I'll,
but
I'll,
that's
I would
I
like that.
mean that
I'm
that
not
could
even
Yo,
think
don't
happen.
forget the
I'm thinking
Pelicans
about
and
that, but I'm
Mavs,
not
man.
thinking
Don't
about
forget
that.
about the Pelic. Yo,
That that
Hey,
Mavs,
could
look,
that
yo.
could happen, but what you
Yo,
got is
Mavs.
can't. Well, you got Cam Boozer, who's basically a nepo baby, bro. So they're gonna send him someplace where he look where he could shine and where he'll get some TV time. They the AJ DeBonsa, they probably gonna send him someplace where he could stand out, and then that basically leaves old boy from Kansas. You know what I'm saying? He probably the odd man out in terms of like, all right, yo, we got our eyes on AJ, we got our eyes on Camp Boozer. Let's see what this kid Peterson can do.
You can have it. You can
either
You
I
have
know what
just
I'm
it.
want
saying?
I
either
just
way
want
they
like a
either any way they go,
5 game
they're gonna
difference
they gonna
between
boost
us and the second worst record.
ratings of that team.
We gotta make some separation between us and the second worst record, man. Don't
Let's
fuck around this year, man.
Nah,
rip it
but
up.
Don't fuck
listen,
around this year, man.
If
listen.
you want to
At the end
ensure
of the
that you
day,
lose
bro.
this game, bro, start the rookies.
Listen, even if we don't have, we gotta stay within those three teams. And again, you gotta they greedy, bro. The Wizards are greedy.
Yo,
In the
mad
last
greedy.
in the last
Mad
10
greedy,
seasons,
yo.
bro, they might have out of the Pacers and the Nets, they definitely got more lottery picks than the Pacers and the Nets.
They
They've been
they,
rebuilding off of their lottery picks for a long time, bro. And
Nah,
they've
that's
been
not
risky,
true,
bro.
Breezy.
yo,
Why that's
everybody
not
got a first
true?
round like a lottery picks
Oh, well, let me
That's
stop.
not
besides
true.
us.
They
Everybody.
technically just started rebuilding too. It
What you mean
wasn't
dust?
Sar.
Like what,
I
when you
think
say
it's just it
dust, what
started
year?
with Sar.
They
It
got
wasn't
Sar, they
2024.
got
Sar.
they got Koulibaly,
SARS
they
when they
got
start,
mad
or
lottery
you
What
can
was
go as
that?
picks.
far as say
2024.
or as far you can say Koulibaly. I would say that was when they started.
What
But
about
even
that? What
Koulibaly
about
is not that far.
David Avita? What's his name? Him.
Yeah,
Denny, nah.
Denny Avia.
I think they
Yep.
made a mistake with Denny. But Washington fans regret that to this day.
Yep, Denny
They
Avia is
made a
nice
mistake
with the
there.
Blazers.
And remember they
But
had what you
He
call
be
them too.
balling.
That went to the They had
but
Rui.
the
They had
but
Rui.
the Rui wasn't necessarily because they still had Bill on the team. I think they rebuild started when they got Bill off.
And they had
Like
the dude for the
What season was
Mavs.
that?
they
What
was
That
really
season was that?
losing.
not
Was
PJ
It had to
Washington, the
be.
other
It
guy,
wasn't
right?
a
Yeah.
long. It wasn't that long ago. I think it was what,
it was
three
3 seasons
years,
ago, right?
3 seasons ago.
Yep.
But
They,
They
realistically,
went.
the
They
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 had the
started
started with
with
Mavs big
Bilal
Bilal.
man too.
tanking.
Like
They had the
Bilal was the
Mavs
start,
big man. I think he was a lottery
but
pick
they
too.
wasn't really tanking. They was just losing because Bill was doing his thing, but they was just ass without John Wall.
Yeah.
But hold
Like
They
up,
they
had
wasn't
John
tanking
Wall,
like that.
number one pick,
the year that
number
Dallas
one
got
John Wall.
Derek Lively, they were supposed to have a top five pick. They got fined 100,000. I know why. What that really was is, yo, Mark Cuban, yo, we need you to f up out of here so we could trade Luca, and then they did, and then they messed around and traded him. They put somebody in there and traded him, then fired him, and then they got Cooper for it. The bottom line is, bro, like the NBA is not in the business of joining up these franchises that they don't want to join up with draft picks, bro. Like, because I could almost assure you that outside of the Warriors, who obviously got Steph Curry and they drafted talent, if you go look at the franchises all after the fact, how many of them franchises outside of Houston got drafted talent that's their number one guy on their team? Go ahead.
But
Because
Detroit,
remember we number
only
six. Remember we
Detroit.
number six.
Detroit
Detroit,
probably.
Thank God
Orlando.
Trash Hicks didn't draft Steph Curry, man.
Detroit
Thank
is not a
God,
top
yo.
six
But
franchise. I
Thank
could give
God
you
he
the
didn't
top
draft
six
Steph Curry.
franchises right now: Warriors, Lakers, Knicks, Bulls, Rockets, us.
what I'm saying is,
Why
I feel
Rockets?
I feel what you're saying. I just
Why?
wanted to kind of say to that somewhat is like, what are they doing with these draft picks? So even if the NBA is blessing the franchise with the best talent in these lottery picks, it doesn't mean that they're gonna be successful. Like to Joey's point, why are the Pelicans so bad? You know what I'm saying? They've sent a lot of talent to the Pelicans since they became an expansion team, a lot of lottery picks. Anthony Davis, I could go on and on. I'm not going to go through all of those names, but it's a lot of players. And my thing is like, how long they going to go away from the Brooklyn Nets? Like
Yo.
it's not like you don't try these teams. You tried the Memphis Grizzlies, you see what's about to happen. You tried the New Orleans Pelicans, you see what happened. You tried these different franchises that didn't win a championship, and now they got to go into their rebuild. Before you give them another chance to rebuild, look this way.
Yo,
You feel
hold
me?
on.
Reeves,
And
this is the only
Yo,
year to
wait,
see
wait,
that.
hold on,
Like
wait.
They
Not
not
to
they,
this
ruin
the
it,
only way
not
to
to
see
ruin
that.
it, but did y'all see what they've been saying about Josiah?
what?
Joe
well,
Desai? No, I mean
That
Joe
he might have
Desai
to
might be.
sell. He might have to sell
Yeah,
the
because
team.
they saying Alibaba has been giving up government secrets, and he might be going the same way what's his name?
Mikhail
Prokhorov.
Provorov.
Prokhorov,
Yeah,
Provorov.
he
Prokhorov,
might be
yeah.
going the same way that dude went.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
because
is
everybody is an
another
enemy of the
reason why
United
our
States.
franchise is in shambles. But to answer your question on Breeze, that you were saying, why are they giving high picks to Memphis and New Orleans and all these
no.
other.
I'm not saying why. I'm saying I'm not asking why. I don't be
He's
knowing
saying
that.
enough. Breezy's
Well,
saying
I'm
I'm
not.
enough
just
to
I'm
give
saying.
saying
I'm
draft picks.
saying like, yo, look.
if
What
they
I'm
having
saying
these
is,
scandals, they might not be likely to give us shit soon.
Exactly.
That's what I was. That's why I was bringing that up about Joe Desai.
oh,
What
that's why you said,
scandals?
yeah, not to rain on the parade and shit. But yo,
Yeah,
but that's the thing. Like at the end of the day, listen, it's the same game. You could just obviously you seen somebody already bought into the Brooklyn Nets already. Maybe they already had intentions on selling it because they knew something like this
I
was
think the
going to
Koch
happen.
family, yeah.
You
Right.
know what I'm
and
saying?
they remember y'all
So
was saying that them niggas might be worse.
The
I don't
Koch
know,
family.
bro.
Yeah.
Like that
They're
part of
rich
it,
as fuck though.
right,
Yo,
right.
Josh
That
if
family
part of
got
it,
bread. I ain't gonna lie to you.
They got
hey,
yeah,
crazy
I,
yeah. That
bread,
part
I'm
of
yo.
it, I
I'm
don't
not
really
Crazy
rooting
know.
for
bread.
this team if the Koch brothers own it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. You know what I mean?
What they
What's
got like
going on?
150 billion or some shit, yo?
Yeah,
The
I don't
fuck?
know what that's about, but I do know enough to say that if the NBA keep going to places like the New Orleans Pelicans and giving them the best talent, bro, the Anthony Davis, they wanted it to work with Anthony Davis. They made that whole thing with LeBron work and made it to where Anthony Davis is a champion. Because how many number one picks are you gonna have that don't become the champions? Like they
I
just
mean,
number one picks and they never become champions. You
I
feel what
mean,
I'm
never
saying?
become a
Like,
To be
champion.
fair, AD for
Never,
to them was before the rules,
I
so
mean,
they
but
was the worst
yeah,
team in the
never
NBA against
becoming
rules.
champions on the team that they was drafted is a different story between never becoming champions. We all know a similar situation that you was talking about is when Orlando first got a expansion team, and who did they get? They got Shaq, they got Penny,
mhm,
and they was off to the races. Where did Shaq win championships at? L.A., not in
mhm,
Orlando.
Miami.
You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
but see,
So,
that's but no, but that's what I'm. But that's the whole point. they they didn't go to Orlando for a while after that. You feel what
Yeah,
I'm saying? They went to Orlando. They didn't win with Orlando, far as giving Orlando the top talent. I mean, they took down the Bulls. Nick, listen, in my
if
opinion,
if Penny don't
yo,
get hurt,
Nick Anderson shouldn't have missed those free throws. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying?
I
if
But
Penny
mean,
you
don't
gotta
get
remember
hurt,
the thing
they
with
would have still
Shaq
playing
was
for championship.
there was the remember I think during that year Shaq wanted Orlando wasn't willing to give him the contract he wanted, which the
right?
Lakers at the same time the Lakers was like, "Yo, we got the contract you want right here. Come over here to
Exactly.
us." So they lost him because of contract disputes. It wasn't
Exactly.
necessarily, oh, I don't want to be here,
And
but
then
he
and
went
then
where the money was.
a decade later, they got the White and shooters and ran to the finals. So I mean,
Right.
realistically,
Listen,
Dwight wanted to come here.
but
Dwight was
no,
yeah,
but
mad that
see,
they sent him to the Lakers. He didn't want to go to the Lakers.
right, but no, but still, but it's for the franchise. If you draft these players in Penny and Shaq, it's up to you to do right by them for them to want to stay. You can find a way to make that work, even if they don't win in that 4 year window. They did enough to try to make sure you keep both of them. You know what I'm saying? So that's on them, and that's what I'm saying. If the NBA is giving these franchises top talent and they not winning or not doing right by first pick, second pick type shit, yo, all right, well, we're gonna look this way. It's 30 teams in the NBA. Y'all talking about expansion. Y'all want team. Listen, as a net fan pain, there's expansion teams that won NBA championships before the Nets, bro. That's net fan pain. The Miami Heat, the
That's
Toronto
facts. That's
Raptors.
facts.
Like, come
Orlando,
on,
not
man. Like,
Orlando.
I'm trying to win a championship.
I mean, yeah,
50
yeah.
years,
Listen,
Breezy. 50 years, man. Never
I
seen a
understand what
championship.
you're saying, but championships
50
one
years.
ain't guaranteed. That's number one. All you can do is build a team, hope that they compete for that, and hope that they get lucky enough to get there, and then that's what it is. Because niggas ain't winning
It's
championships through
not
the
all
mud no
luck,
more.
though. It's not all luck. Some of it is strategy. Some of it is good coaching.
90% of that shit is luck today.
But listen, good coaching mean a lot. And again, I was talking to Chill earlier. Shout out to Jamal, I see you. But bro, I didn't get to say that JB Bickerstaff. You got to kind of tip your hat to him, bro, because for him to do what he did on Cleveland, for one, I thought he was a good enough coach to say they only could have got Kenny Atkinson that made it look good because JB Bickerstaff set the bar very high,
Yeah.
and he's doing good, very well
With Detroit.
with the Pistons right now. Yo, Chang, I don't know who you are. Niggas is not doing me dirty tonight. That's a whole fact. It's no way I trust somebody named Chang. I don't know nobody named Chang. I ain't never hang with nobody named Chang. I ain't
Ever.
never, you know what I'm saying, did play basketball with nobody named Chang. Ain't no way you catching me out there. Not tonight.
Yeah,
No,
that's the
Yeah,
Kembe. The
I don't
Kembe.
trust it either.
Yeah, me neither. That's the Dikembe. Yeah, you
yeah,
got
yeah,
Dikembe that right away.
yeah. You been boy. I
No,
can't.
not today.
Not
Right.
today.
Yeah, man.
Got Dikembe that, bro, for real. But just listen, just to speak on most of what you was talking about these other teams. You got to remember these other teams. They ain't did the shit that we did, bro. Like when we got Katie and Kyrie. They ain't do the shit that we did when we first got here. When we first got here, we gotta understand, bro. Like what market we in. We could attract. It's more than one ways. It's more than one way for us to bake a cake. For teams like Memphis, Indiana, Orlando, they ain't got no choice. They don't have no choice. Like them middle of the country teams, OKC, they gotta do that shit, do development, or it ain't gonna work at all.
My nigga, who have the Nets ever attracted in free agency, bro? Besides Kyrie, and I'm not even saying them
I
niggas,
mean, but
because
you,
realistically,
I'm not
they
saying
came here
free
for
agency
money,
like
bro.
that, but I'm saying what I'm saying is we could trade for a disgruntled star and sell tickets and then get him to believe in something for at least 1 or 2 years
League, you
before
can't do that in this
Leave,
NBA.
but we've been here
before
since
OKC
2000.
This
can.
this
We've
is
been here
not
since
this is not
2012. You know how
possible in
many
this
free
NBA.
agents we seen come and go since 2012 since we've been here. Niggas could have been came here and been like, "Yo,
I
this
mean,
this
well,
franchise don't got
okay,
shit. Yo,
all
let me
right.
go out. Let me go here and save
Let's
them."
just go down the line. Let's just go down the line. Darren Williams, he was an All Star. He was traded here. Joe Johnson was an All Star. He was traded
Yeah, but
here.
he had to
KG,
resign.
right. You absolutely right. But
If he was traded to Cleveland, he wouldn't have resigned.
obviously, yeah.
He liked
Well,
living in his penthouse in Tribeca.
yeah, he do like living in the penthouse Tribeca. James Harden, we traded for. We signed Katie and Kyrie. We signed
Yeah,
who else
but
we signed?
James Harden, another one, he wanted to
We
come
always
here.
show free agents more love than draft picks.
He wanted
Always.
to be in Philly, man.
The
Come
reason
on, man.
you know why that is, bro, nigga, because look at the niggas that we drafted and look at the niggas that we traded for.
Bro, but no, but my thing is you negate the player development that you seen with Kenny
Because
Atkinson.
they don't know how to do it.
No, but what I'm saying is that relationship between the GM and the head coach gotta be solid. You can't get a head coach like Kenny Atkinson, see him develop players like bro, Spencer Dinwiddie and Karis Word wasn't supposed to be making that much noise. It was
Of
supposed to
course
be,
not.
bro. We won 42 games, bro. We were supposed to be making that much noise.
How
Like,
they
bro,
won
No,
look
we
at
42
that. Wait,
games?
hold
That's
on. When you
No,
miracle.
when you
it's
look at the
the
players
reason
and
we
what they
won
went,
those
bro, Joe
games is
Harris not
because
even playing basketball no more, bro. Like,
the
come
reason
on,
why we
bro.
developed those players, bro, because we was tanking for free
No,
before
but
that.
what I'm
That's
yeah,
why.
saying is,
but it
what
was
I'm
because
saying
we
is
had a
the GM,
developmental coach and he got the most out of
yes,
those young players. He let
yes,
them play. He gave
Exactly.
them burn. He was tough on them when they made mistakes. Yo, one of the most things that I was most wrong about is because I
look,
thought Atkinson was doing it when it was Sean
when
Marks
they,
doing it all along. That the
come on.
is hating on Atkinson. Atkinson, if he was our coach right now, we would be in a much different
We would
place.
have
You
won an
wouldn't see
NBA
rookies.
championship with Kenny Atkinson as the head
I don't
coach.
know about that shit, but I
Listen,
mean,
listen,
You
no,
mean with the Kyrie and all of it?
man,
listen. What I'm
nigga, he can't
No
even get Cleveland out
coronavirus
the
and all
second
that shit?
round, bro.
Yeah.
Like it
If
is
there
what
was
it
no
is.
coronavirus and shit.
But
I
listen,
I
all
think
I
he
will
would have
say,
held it down more, and I think he got a better eye for talent than Sean Marks. Sean Marks don't never listen to him, but everything that if now looking at it with hindsight, everything that he was saying came true. And even in not to quote the 520 podcast again, but Jeff Teague was talking about how when he was being coached by Kenny Atkinson in Atlanta, Kenny told him, "Yo, you see that kid they picked Jokic? He the best player in the
best
draft."
player on that team, yeah.
And he was like, "Yo," and Teague was like, "Oh, you're tripping. You don't know what the fuck you talking about." He's like, "Yo, you'll see." Same thing with Giannis. They had Giannis hidden in the basement. Tell me
Yep,
if I'm lying. The Atlanta staff had Giannis hidden in the
hitting in the
basement
basement.
off of Atkinson and all the people saying, "Yo, that kid right there, Giannis, is going to be the best player in the league." And Kenny
But
Atkinson was right again. And for us to be looking at it with hindsight, we fucked up. We fucked up.
I don't want to do confirmation bias, bro. Like, but listen, what I will say is, bro, because I kind of piece my own
Thank you,
shit together.
self-righteous Kyrie. Thank you.
I kind of piece my own shit together. I
Thank
watch too
you.
much forensic files. One of the things is, bro, like, you listen, when you get rid of somebody that's been appealing to player development, that means that you're not interested in player development at all. That means that the front office is not interested. That means that that the higher ups are not interested in player development at all. That's that, and this is one of the reasons why Cam Thomas,
But they missed.
Nick. This is
They
one of the
missed
reasons
when they
why Cam
didn't.
Thomas, Nick Claxton, and Dayron are what they are today, because you're not interested in player
But
development. So if you
but
want to say that,
but
these niggas been here
but
for
listen,
five. These niggas been here for 5 to 7 years,
listen,
and they
but
supposed to be leading this team, and they're not.
listen. But not only that, it's not like they have a good rapport with the free agents. So it's like you don't focus on the player development. You go away from your guys for these guys. And I say that and whoever you hired should get fired. You see how the karma work? Like, don't go against your guys that you play and develop for other guys, and you won't get burnt that way. Because you can't tell me that didn't leave a sting on the Brooklyn Nets. You know
Yo,
what
we
I mean?
might have a
Thing,
Kenny
This,
yeah.
Atkinson
hold
curse.
on. Even
We
if
might
you
have a
take
Kenny.
away from what KD said, this and that, even KD know what it is. And remember this. Even KD know what it is. That's why he got a good head coach in Ime, and that's why Kyrie Irving, both of them learned their lesson. And
I
that's
mean,
why Kyrie
KD been
Irving
ducking
wanted
phase, man.
Jason
I don't
Kidd to
give a
be
shit
his
about
coach.
KD.
No, but it's not the point. The point is that they thought they could do it without a good head coach with the Brooklyn Nets. Seen that wasn't true. Then went to two teams where they got a good head coach, and Ime and Jason Kidd. That's what I'm saying.
They did. I mean, but at the same, but that wasn't them humbling themselves. What really happened was the politics with Josiah, obviously with that whole thing with Kyrie and KD, had it up to here with Sean Marks. And realistically, bro, like they
He
was
said
they
fire Steve Nash too. So this
Crybaby.
one, listen,
Crybaby.
listen.
Steve
When I'm
Nash
telling
wasn't even supposed to get hired ever.
no, but
Crybaby.
what I'm saying is when it's a player, a superstar player critiquing a head coach, there's other examples of it, but I'm just talking about the Nets right now. Bro, he's a superstar player that critique the head
That
coach. Every superstar know, even you can hear comments from Michael Jordan say, I don't think we would have won without Phil Jackson. Like, bro, head coaches are important to championship rosters. It's not just the talent. The talent is
But
important.
you gotta have
But
the
you
But
gotta
but
have
but
Bree,
you
they
gotta have a
wanted
head coach that
Steve.
know what he doing
They
though.
wanted Steve.
and you gotta
What's
the
have
up?
the
player
right
develop.
coach at the
Listen,
right
hold on.
time.
I just laying the plane saying this because y'all mentioned Giannis. Giannis won. It wasn't until his 8th year. You know, it's not like he just won in his rookie scale contract. You got to get these players, develop the talent, and then stick with them through the wins and losses. Keep building on where you was at. Like, okay, if you lost in the second round, this four, and then go from there to see if we could, you know what I'm saying, build on what we had, because we can't just throw everything away because we didn't win a championship. You got to keep some of these players. You got to, because you got chemistry with certain players on the roster in the
Not
rotation.
not on the Nets though. Not on the Nets though, Breezy. Probably not on the Nets. You know,
But hold
No,
on. Let me
not
say,
with this Nets
not with
regime.
this
This
roster.
front office got to go before we get anything, and I'm standing on business when I say that, bro. I'm
hold on.
done doing this shit.
Hold on. Listen, I'm not bet. I'm just
Sean
closing
Marks
out.
ain't leaving.
I want to thank the chat. I'm not gonna lie. I think the ruler FN did have the funniest comment, or whoever said that we looking for designer losses. That was the funniest comment in the chat tonight. I cannot lie. Shout to the W. Shout to the whole chat. Shout to people Hernandez. Come on down. Brooklyn LM Python. Leaf 4788. You can subscribe to him there. This is JTV. You can subscribe to Jay on YouTube as well. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could like and subscribe to the page. Creme de la Creme Run Tell a Nets fan frame. We're gonna be back with the recap versus the Wizards. You know, and I appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying? And again, like I said, when I say I appreciate y'all, I mean like y'all helping me getting through this season that's sad. This is a sad season. We know we're gonna lose to the next
No, it's
team.
a hilarious
Let's go
season.
Washington
And and
Man,
Capitals.
it's
and
Let's
no,
go
listen,
Washington
it's
y'all
Capitals.
one of them
listen.
seasons.
I
It's
You
gotta
one
gotta
of them
take
understand.
seasons where
yo
you need to
Breeze.
be a Nets fan from afar,
No,
my nigga.
no,
Like I ain't gonna lie to
you
you.
gotta take it as comedy to avoid it being sad. Like you have to look at this shit
Niggas
as
gotta
a
laugh to
parody.
keep from
Like
crying.
bro, niggas really traded 3 top 5 niggas for this. Know what I mean? And this where we at. Know what I mean? You see it out there, yeah, with the men. That's what we rooting for.
Right. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I like
exactly.
Egor. I think Egor is gonna be good.
Mhm.
I like him too, but is he gonna be a Hall of Famer?
I
We
think he's
gotta
gonna
We
see.
be.
We
don't
I think.
know.
gotta see.
That's
I
to
think.
be determined.
Right, right.
What do
So
you
hold
guys
on.
think?
So That being,
We got
hold
we
on,
got to
nah.
set the bar dumb
Hold on,
high
nah.
because
All
we
right,
Listen,
done
Reed's
had
listen.
trying to
Yeah,
KD,
close it out,
Kyrie,
y'all. He's
and
trying to close
Harden.
it out, y'all.
and that was a
Oh,
good
my
clip. I
bad.
know AI gonna do his job and clip that up. Will Egor become a on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z? We will find out. Nah, for real though. Shout out to all of the Nets fans. Y'all already know we the best fans. The AI fitting to clip this up. I'm gonna be back with the recap real soon. Thank y'all for tuning in.